Is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Here's how committed I am, and maybe should be committed. As we sit here today, Friday, May 29th at 10 a.m., I am a pinky expert. I have studied the pinky. I know all about the pinky.
What?
I know the value of pinkies.
It's just a pinky.
Well, welcome into Evan and Tiki, and welcome into Friday, and we got a lot to do today. Our buddy CP, the Fanchise, will stop by later, breaking down the Knicks in the NBA Finals. But let's start with how your Thursday night went, because early Thursday night at about 7 o'clock, the news broke on social media and probably got spread to you via text messages. It's the way we all talk to each other these days, that Mitchell Robinson has suffered a broken right pinky finger and there is no timetable on his return. That's the news we get.
Yes.
So my brain is like going 15 different things at the same time. And I got to be honest with you. You know what the first thing I did was? When I saw this injury? Turned on Tommy Lugauer. I'm serious.
And what did Tommy have to say?
Well, I was curious what Tommy would say. Like, does Tommy go out and say, oh, my God, we can't have nice things? But Tommy did what I expected Tommy to do.
No biggie.
No, Tommy made the same assumption we all made last night, which is that it's just a pinky. Mm-hmm. He's Mitchell Robinson. He's very tough, and he's going to play.
Suck it up and play.
Yeah, and look, I want to be perfectly honest with you about the Mitchell Robinson discourse. Mitchell Robinson is a guy who came out a few weeks ago and talked about kind of the things he's dealing with off the court. And he had a, quote, very upsetting experience. He's dealing with his mental health, and he's doing it in the midst of an Eastern Conference Finals. We all respect Mitchell Robinson. I think we all kind of love Mitchell Robinson. And so I didn't want to sit here today or any day and say, that son of a bitch better play. Like, the dude is going through the world right now. He's going to try to play. He's now going to play. Right. We later got that news. But the discourse around Mitchell Robinson, I think we need to be fair to this man. This is a man who was so open a few weeks ago to say, hey, I just want to announce to the world, I'm dealing with a lot right now. Mm-hmm. Now, we all are. Not everyone's open about it. He's open about it. So, I don't know. Like last night, I don't want to hear, he better play. That guy better play. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, for his teammates, you better play.
Yeah.
I can imagine. And I don't know. Look, we see the ribbing that Jalen Brunson always gives Josh Hart, the relationship that they have. I don't know if Mitch is in tight with that circle like that, but you could imagine that his teammates are imploring him or encouraging him. Come on, man, we need you. And type of we need you to play. Conversations were certainly had. Because he can be an X factor in this series.
Well, and obviously. I think that Tommy, amongst others last night, and I had the same thought, because that's how your Thursday night was spent if you're a diehard Knicks fan. You were watching the Western Conference Finals, which we'll get to in a minute, and you were breaking down how much a pinky matters. Like, literally, that's what you were doing. And I was studying, like, what does a pinky injury mean? How much time do you normally miss? Like, one of the things I read last night is that if you fracture your pinky, treatment is going to be very dependent on how much time you miss, but the average time lost for non-operative pinkies is 9 days. But if you have surgery, it's 34 days. Now, you could throw all that out because that's the regular season where you're going to treat playing and not playing very differently. So I'm reading that. Then I'm thinking about Ronnie Lott. Do we all know the Ronnie Lott story?
Of course we do.
Ronnie Lott cut his pinky off.
The tip. It was the tip.
It was the tip. You're right.
Tip. He cut off the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. And apparently the story around Ronnie Lott was he was told that if he didn't do that, he was going to have reconstructive surgery on his pinky, and he was going to miss the entire 1986 season.
Yeah.
And Ronnie Lott said, by no means am I missing the entire season, so cut off the tip. And that's what happened. And that's how Ronnie Lott, that story's legendary all these years later. So now you're thinking about that. Does Mitchell Robinson really need his pinky?
Well, the question is, how bad was the break? What kind of break are we talking about? Are we talking about like a shattered bone? Or are we talking about just like a little hairline fracture, which it could have been? And then you do a surgery, you put a little plate on it or something, maybe even put a screw through it. But it depends on what kind of break it was.
That's what made the discourse last night and early this morning so difficult, because the only update we got is it's a broken right pinky and there's no timetable. And the no timetable part was scary.
Right.
Because what do you mean by no timetable? I mean, I think that's the initial reaction. So most of us, whether you're Knicks fans or non-Knicks fans, spent the night and morning kind of debating, like, do you need a pinky? How bad is it? Should he play through it? And you got the good news in the last hour or so from Shams that Mitchell Robinson, and so this is our update now, if you're just tuning in, he has undergone surgery. So surgery was needed on a broken right pinky finger, and he fully plans to play Game 1 of the NBA Finals while wearing a brace on his hand. Sources tell ESPN.
Yeah, so we're assuming surgery was yesterday or earlier this week or whatever it was.
Sometime between Game 4 and yesterday.
He's essentially going to have a week to feel comfortable playing with a healed or surgically repaired pinky finger bone. So I suspect this is going to be a lot about pain management. I remember breaking bones because I broke a pinky as well. I broke my thumb. And the biggest issue was not the functionality of it, because you can still move it when it's broken, but it was the pain. The pain is what kills you. And so as long as he can manage pain, I think he'll be okay. Now, we already know he's not a great shooter, but the question is...
Well, he's not a shooter, period, because 98% of his shots are on lobs and dunks and layups.
The question will be, can he grab a ball with his right hand, or whatever, dunk it and feel comfortable?
Or can he catch a lob?
Or catch a lob,
right,
because he's now using like his thumb and his index finger, his middle finger, and his ring finger, as opposed to all five at the same time. Or they might just tape them together.
Right.
You tape your pinky finger and your ring finger together so that you're not really using it. It's kind of being moved by your ring finger. And I hope this is not an issue, but it is something to keep an eye on to see how limited he is with that hand.
Well, I think you think about blocking shots and being a defensive presence, and you say, well, that truly is a no biggie.
No biggie.
That shouldn't impact anything, right? Swatting a ball away, playing defense, whether on the perimeter or in the paint, shouldn't really affect you.
Right. It's grabbing a ball.
Catching a lob from Jalen Brunson.
Or getting a rebound.
Getting a rebound that you hold on to as opposed to tipping to a teammate, you can see being an issue. Free throws. Let's address that. I think this is a blessing in disguise.
Now you have an excuse?
No. It's not about an excuse. Mitchell Robinson, just in case you don't know the numbers for this postseason, is 13 for 43 from the free throw line. That is 30%. That is insanity. Like, that's not, he's a bad free throw shooter. That's like some of the worst garbage you've ever seen, right? It's worse than last year. It's worse than the year before that. Like, he is at an all-time funk when it comes to shooting free throws. We acknowledge that. We all know it. We've seen teams hack him on purpose. This allows and maybe forces Mitchell Robinson to do the Rick Barry. Which he should have been. Yes.
Oh, come on.
Why? Come on. Rick Barry did, and he tells people, Rick Barry has said this for years, guys should do it. And the reason they don't do it is because they're going to get made fun of and the way it looks. Well, when you're shooting 30% from the line, wouldn't you try anything?
I mean, in theory, yes. But I think tall guys like Mitch, they have problems shooting free throws because they're so high already. Right? So to think about the arc
doesn't hurt Wemby.
I know, but Wemby has a shot. Like, he knows how to shoot with an arc. Mitchell Robinson just kind of tries to throw it in the basket.
Right, exactly.
He's so tall.
So if you go underhand and you just flip it up,
right, it creates the arc.
So I think this allows you, and I've seen Mitchell Robinson practice this. Like, I'm not even joking with you. I've seen it. I was at the Garden a couple of weeks ago, and he was shooting underhand. Now, he wasn't doing it a lot. He didn't do it the entire time, but he did it, which shows you it's in his mind. I think this is a Rookie of the Year opportunity. And I'm talking about the movie Rookie of the Year, where the kid got injured and all of a sudden he threw 98 miles an hour.
Yes.
This allows Mitchell Robinson an excuse
to shoot underhand.
And you can't tell me it can be worse. He shot 30% from the line so far in the postseason.
But he can shoot 30% and look like a normal basketball player. If you shoot 50% and you look clownish doing an underhand.
What's the problem? Finish that sentence because I'm very curious.
I'm just saying.
What?
You're making one extra? I mean, it's hard to make an underhand shot. How many times have you practiced an underhand, sitting there throwing it on? How many times have you practiced
I'm
that?
so glad you said that. You know what's in our newsroom right now?
What's that?
Papa shot.
Okay.
What was I doing before the show? Why don't you ask me?
Were you practicing an underhand shot?
Yes, I was trying
and
different.
Were you better at it than you are with an overhand shot?
I was not better at it because I'm a great Papa shot player. But I'm looking at Mitchell Robinson, who right now has a freaking broken pinky. He's going to wear a brace.
And he's got a broken foul shot as well.
And he has the most broken foul shot of his entire NBA career. And spoiler alert, I don't care if it's Mitch. I don't care if it's Dano. By Mitch Johnson, I mean. I shouldn't just say his first name because we'll get confused. I'll confuse myself. It doesn't matter if it's the Spurs or the Thunder. They're going to hack him. Like, teams do it because it makes sense. Teams do it to get him off the floor. Teams do it because he's a bad free throw shooter. Those combination of things. He's such an impact player defensively that you want to get him off the floor. You want to force Mike Brown to get him off the floor. And sometimes you foul him to get him to the line to force Mike Brown to do that. Now you got a guy who's a 30% free throw shooter. It could be as bad, if not worse, unless he tries something different. It's going to be a strategy. I'm saying that this is a great opportunity for him to say, I got to change everything. I got a broken pinky. And as a presidential candidate once said, what do you have to lose?
Okay, so when did Rick Barry do this? In the 70s?
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s.
60s, 70s. He has been championing this forever.
Forever.
He's been talking about big men who just can't shoot to do this. How many have actually done it?
I don't think any. And maybe I've missed one or two. I apologize.
What makes you think that Mitchell Robinson, now 35 years later, is going to do this?
Great question. Broken pinky and the NBA Finals. Next question.
Right.
Because those two circumstances are very different. You are talking about a man who suffered an unfortunate injury. And yes, I was studying the tape last night like all of us. When did he suffer it? It was on the basketball court. So for anyone who was curious, was it off the court? Was it not? No, it was basketball related. It was either him taking a tumble in the second quarter of Game 4 or him going up for a rebound in the second half of Game 4 because you saw him wince and you saw him shake his hand a little bit. So it happened on the floor. It happened in Game 4. He continued to play through it.
It wasn't practice. It wasn't something that happened in one of the pickup games that they're playing now because they're sitting for 9 days.
I thought you were going to say with his pickup truck. It was not with that.
Maybe he did drop the big-ass tire on his pinky. He's trying to fix his pickup truck.
Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
Let it be basketball. And it was, based on the videos that we've all looked at from Game 4. But I think it does create an opportunity for him because Hack-a-Mitch, whatever you want to call it. I know we don't like Hack-a-Mitch, it's Hack-a-Shat, whatever you want to call it. Fouling on purpose to either get him off the floor or send him to the free throw line is obviously a strategy that's going to continue.
Of course.
And the only way to combat that, there's a few ways to combat that, but the easiest is to make your free throws. That's the easiest way.
I just don't think he's going to make a significantly higher percentage of free throws shooting it underhand.
You don't know that, dude.
Well,
you just say that, but you have no idea.
Okay, but I do know that he doesn't practice that shot.
I just told you he did. I've seen him do it.
You saw him do it a couple of times.
It was like 5 times.
Okay, but
It's Jason Dominguez taking ground, as it say.
At third. Exactly right.
Yeah, I guess it's similar.
It doesn't make any sense for him to try to do that in a game when he's never done it in a game. Ever.
Do you think, so again, if you're just tuning in, he's planning on playing. All right, so this news has evolved since last night when Shams dropped it on all of us that he has this broken pinky. We now know he's had surgery, and his plan is to play. How much is it going to impact him? As someone who maybe didn't play in the NBA, but you played in the NFL with a broken pinky, how much is this going to affect him?
I think a lot. One, because he's going to be thinking about it. And so he'll tend to want to use his left hand to do things when he normally would use his right hand to do things. And so I can see him being a half a tick slow. And you certainly are going to see him be cautious if he's around the rim and he's got to make either a rebound or, let's say, a lob and a dunk or something around that nature. He's going to think about it. Now, that may change as he gets into the game and realizes, actually, this doesn't feel too bad, right? Yeah, there's a little bit of pain, but it's not devastating pain. So to me, it's pain management. If he can manage the pain, then I think eventually, as the game goes on, he'll start just saying, I'm not worried about this at all. I'm fine. I'm healed, or it's corrected. I can't do any more damage. Let me just go play the game the way I always have.
What I also found interesting last night while I was studying pinkies and trying to figure out like how this will impact Mitch, will he play and all that, I saw the reactions of professional athletes, former athletes, and I knew, hey, I'm lucky enough, we're all lucky enough to hear Tiki at 10 a.m., Boomer at 6 a.m., to hear what you guys have to say. I have to read 2 different tweets from 2 completely different professional athletes, both with ties to New York, and how they responded to this.
What are their sports?
One is football, one is basketball.
Okay.
So it's perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly. The football player's going to be like, come on, man.
The football player, guy we love, Big Wood, Damian Woody, says, I'm going to need some basketball dudes to help me understand why Mitchell Robinson could possibly miss time with a broken pinky. I broke my hand in training camp, had surgery, and had my whole hand in a cast, and I didn't miss a game.
Yeah, that's how football players are.
It's also
you don't take time off.
It's also very different, Big Wood. You didn't have to handle the football in a way that.
But he did have to handle offensive other linemen.
I get you, but it's different, is it not?
Yeah, I guess because so much of football is just punching.
Right.
It's hand-to-hand combat. It's not really like finesse and dribbling and precision rebounding, or it's a different sport.
Here's the basketball player. Now, this basketball player played for both the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets and had the same role with both teams. And he was really good at this. He was an incredible cheerleader, okay? Never played, never got on the floor, but we all loved watching Theo Pinson wave a towel around, all right?
I remember him with the Knicks.
Yeah. Well, he was a part of the 19 Nets when they were, fun and enjoyable.
Right.
And then he was on the Knicks a few years later. Theo Pinson writes, I broke my pinky. I'll let you know this. I'll be shocked if he's back in time before the finals is over.
Really?
To which everyone responded, you waved a towel. You didn't play. But that is a different mentality. You had the basketball players saying, man, I don't think he's going to come back from this. And the football players saying, dude, what's the big deal here?
Right.
No biggie.
It's not like it's your index finger. It's not like it's an important finger. It's like breaking your pinky toe. Suck it up. Cut it off.
Well, here's what I've done research on this too, Tiki, because I've talked about cutting my pinky toe off. Apparently, if you cut your pinky toe off, it will screw up your equilibrium and you'll have a tough time walking straight. I don't see any issue with cutting your pinky off. I don't see what that's going to cause. Even writing. Do you use your pinky to kind of grip the pen? And no one writes anymore. Other than me scoring a baseball game, who is literally writing stuff down? Even checks. Do you write checks anymore? No, you go to Venmo or Zelle.
Yeah, you don't even use your pinky.
So you don't even use it.
Yeah.
So the pinky has become kind of a meaningless digit. That's why Ronnie Lott cut it off.
Depends how you wipe, though.
Excuse me.
If you go with the cuffing technique, you need your pinky.
Clown.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to get too dirty. It's a family show, but your pinky comes in handy when you wipe.
You're out of shape and you're fat.
Fair to all accounts.
All right. I'll check that one out. We'll get to your calls next. The Mitchell Robinson pinky issue. Also some thoughts on what happened last night in the Western Conference Finals. 888-808-1019. And speaking of pinkies, a specific question was asked of me regarding me keeping my pinky or not. I'll answer that question coming up. It is Evan and Tiki as we take you for the next 4 hours on this very nice Friday. A respectably nice Friday. It's not hot. Wouldn't say it's summery. I'd say it's nice. And we're doing it all with you. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Bet365. It's also sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonades plus vodka. It's not a seltzer. It's a Surfside.
This is Stories from the Pitch, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with new limited time deals from Lowe's.
They arrived in Germany under a cloud. Calciopoli, the match-fixing scandal, had just broken in Italy, threatening to demote Juventus and disgrace the league. Several squad members faced charges back home. Coach Marcello Lippi turned isolation into fuel. Italy played pragmatically, ruthlessly. Goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon conceded just 2 goals all tournament, 1 penalty, 1 own goal. They beat Germany in the semifinal at extra time. Fabio Grosso curling home a beauty in the final minute. Then France in Berlin. Penalties. Grosso again. The last kick. Trezeguet missed. Italy's 4th World Championship. The squad lifted the trophy and dedicated it to the country, to the league, to the friends back home waiting for verdicts.
Stay tuned to this Odyssey station for more Stories from the Pitch.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
Introducing Super Light, a refreshing vodka plus aid made with premium vodka inspired with your favorite classic sports drink flavors, which is 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles. Super Light is here to fuel the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly. affordably.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises. Score our John Starks special this month. A Kia Sportage for just $333 a month with just $3 due at signing. That's right, all threes. It's my favorite number. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Expires June 1st.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BILL to 231231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BILL to 231231. That's BILL to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. For all station contest rules, go to WFAN.com/rules.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
It's a Yingling thing. Knowing you should never show up empty-handed, you bring something that fits the night. Like a case of Flight by Yingling, a premium light beer that's low-calorie, low-carb, and deliciously refreshing. It's a Yingling thing. Keep it light with Flight.
Get your Yingling Lager at Dive Bar Pizza in Montauk, Rudy's Bar on 9th Avenue between 44th and 45th, or the Erie Hotel in Port Jervis. Yingling Lager, an ice-cold tradition, ready to be poured. Enjoy one today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. There will be a Game 7. So best case scenario for the Knicks on the opponent front as the Spurs and Thunder will fight it out for one more game. 118-91 the final score last night. In the series, it's basically been 5 straight blowouts since that classic Game 1. Saturday night on NBC will be that Game 7. The Knicks, meanwhile, got bad news and good news. Mitchell Robinson, as we've discussed, broken pinky, but he does say, or we find out this morning through Shams, that he will play through.
Remember how SGA had that incredible streak that set the all-time record for most consecutive 20-point games?
I remember you brought that up, yeah.
Last night was the 3rd time in this postseason he didn't eclipse 20 points.
He's been bad this postseason.
Well, in this series specifically.
Right.
He is shooting 26% from 3, 37% from the field. And yeah, in 3 of the 6 games, or 2 of the 6 games in this series, he hasn't eclipsed 20, which was the whole record he was chasing during the regular season.
Yeah, I wonder, this can't be nerves. It can't be inexperience because he just did this a year
Better
ago.
defense. That's my answer.
Better defense, but it's also, I can't help but think about what we talked about, was that yesterday or 2 days ago, about the flopping and how he's constantly chasing free throws.
I think he was doing that in the regular season, too.
I know, but to your point, with better defense and better defenders and better schemes, more focused schemes, because instead of playing a one-off, you're playing a 7-game series, you can start thinking about how to attack SGA. It's like, let him flop. Let him flop around. He's going to take bad shots. Just don't foul him. And he's instead of being that attack the basket, attack the scoring, and be elite, he's trying to get the cheapies. And it just doesn't work against good defenses.
Yeah, he has had a terrible series. He still will probably win the Western Conference Finals MVP if the Thunder win tomorrow night.
I mean, who else is winning?
Alex
the MVP?
Caruso. You want me to be honest with you? Alex Caruso shooting like 57% from 3. He's put up very good numbers. Now, they're not 23 a game that SGA has averaged, even though 2 of those games are the sub-20-point performances. But, yeah, it's probably, to me, it would be Alex Caruso. It won't be. It'll be SGA.
Now that you've gotten to a Game 7, I think it's just going to be who's the best performer on the winning team in a Game 7.
That's fair. Like, if SGA comes out and delivers a dominant Game 7 performance,
that's a good point.
That would be enough for even me to say, screw it, he's the MVP.
To Sean's, Game 1 was an instant classic, as we talked about. The subsequent 5 games have been decided by an average of 17 points.
And the other thing, besides the games not being competitive, if we're all going to be honest with ourselves, I don't know if Knicks fans can do this, but certainly all the experts who told you how much better the West is than the Knicks, they have to do this. If you've been fair about games 2 through 6, you really think the Knicks can't compete with this?
Of course.
I mean, Game 1 was such an amazing back and forth. It was like, they can't compete with this. Do you even have NBC? Are you watching? Yeah, I'm watching. Are you guys watching? If you watch this, while they are very good teams, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The idea that the Knicks can't compete with either of these teams, I mean, what are we doing? We really think that? Now, the other thing the Knicks have going for them, and I want to give you the proper context to this, In 2003 was the first time that the first round went to best of 7. Before that, it was best of 5. But that's still a 23-year sample size, right?
It's been that long?
Yeah, 2003. Never forget it. Nets Bucks beat them in 6. Yes,
I know. I just can't
that.
believe it's been that many years.
It's been a while. 23 years.
Yeah.
Also, the last time the Nets got to a finals. We're catching up on you, Knicks. This is the first time any team is going to face a third straight opponent coming off of a 7th game, which the Knicks are doing. Because, of course, they played Philly off a 7th game. They played Cleveland off a 7th game. And now, whether it's the Spurs or the Thunder, they will play them off a 7th game. It's the first time ever. And really, 2003 is when it started. But still, 23 years, first time ever it's happened.
I mean, that sounds like it's an advantage for the Knicks. It feels like it's an advantage for the Knicks.
It is.
However.
But there's no however.
If they are rusty and sluggish and Mitch-less for parts of game 1 or 2, whatever it may be, they could get behind in this series.
Sure.
As opposed to like they did in the previous 2 against going backwards, the Cavaliers and the 76ers just dominate through them.
Yeah, no. They may not dominate, but we've gone through this because we went through this before the Cleveland series and a little bit through the Philly series. In the NBA, this is not baseball. This isn't the Rockies in 2007 or the Mets in 2015. In basketball, rest helps.
Of course
the numbers back it up.
But rust is also serious, though.
No one's saying that rust won't be a factor, but it's a best-of-7 series.
No, I hear you. Right. You can afford to have a bad day.
And you can almost more afford it now when you're starting on the road than when you're starting at home.
Right.
Because if they had lost game 1 to Cleveland, now I don't think any of us think the series would have been that different because Cleveland is filled with fraudulence all over from top to bottom.
They were just waiting for an excuse to lay down.
But when you lose game 1 on the road, you go into game 2 with, hey, we win that game, we did our job. Mm-hmm. So there's actually a little bit less pressure when you begin a series on the road versus when you begin it at home. We talked about Mitchell Robinson. I think this could benefit him if he finally realizes with this pinky issue, let me shoot underhanded. I can't be worse than 30% from the line. Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Walter is in Warren. What's up, Walter?
Good morning, Evan. Have you ever heard of Wilt Chamberlain? I understand he's from the Dark Ages, but...
Oh, I understand him well. Now, are you going to bring up his kind of flirtatious with the underhand shot? Because it's fascinating. Is that what you want to bring up with this man?
Well, I just wanted to mention that he scored 100 points in one game and averaged 50 points one season. And yes, that he shot his free throws underhand.
Now, here's the question, Walter. Walter,
okay.
Walter is 1,000% right. But here's the crazy part. What did he do the next season?
Well, gee, I don't remember.
Walter,
I was very young.
No, I'm not trying to. This isn't a trivia game. This is like, you're not going to believe it. You know, because this is great. I'm glad he brought Wilt up. My dad even texted me, what about Wilt? What about Wilt? You want to know about Wilt Chamberlain? Wilt Chamberlain did go to the granny shot. And that's the name of it.
Season? The 62?
In the
61? 62?
The year, he's 100% right, Walter.
Right.
In the year he scored the 100 against the Knicks. And in that game, shot underhand, 28 for 32 from the line. It's all true, right? At least that's what they tell us because there's no
video evidence.
He shot that season with the granny shot. That's what it's called. 60% from the line. His career numbers were 50%. Do you know what he did the next season? He stopped doing it. He stopped doing it.
Yeah, but
Wilt Chamberlain abandoned the granny shot. Now, the next question is, why? Do you know why?
No. 59% he shot the next year. How in the hell did he not win the MVP that season?
Well, that's a different story. Bill Russell won it? I mean, I don't know. The reason Wilt Chamberlain abandoned the granny shot is because, quote, this is from Wilt Chamberlain. He wrote this in his book. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I felt silly, like a sissy, shooting underhanded.
Wow.
I know I was wrong. I know some of the best foul shooters in history shot that way. I just couldn't do it.
And so after that season where he shot 61%, which was his career high.
Yes, he stopped doing it.
Now. He stopped doing it.
Yeah, what did he do?
He shot close to 60, 59% the next year. Following that, and these are all the subsequent years.
Go ahead.
53, 46, 41, 52, 51, 44, 38. Mitchell Robinson territory.
Yeah.
44, 44, 53, 42, 51.
And Wilt Chamberlain said his words. He didn't do it because he felt silly and like a sissy. He didn't want to shoot that way. Shaquille O'Neal has said that, quote, I'd rather shoot zero than shoot underhand. This has nothing to do with effectiveness. That has everything to do with perception. And in 2026, where Mitchell Robinson is brave enough to go on social media and say, hey, I'm going through something right now, of course he'd be brave enough to not care what people think about him shooting underhand.
I think he's going through something, and he's brave to tell us. But if he started shooting underhand and people start calling him a sissy, doesn't that exacerbate it?
Who's going to do that?
People are idiots on social media.
They're going to call this guy a sissy for saying, I got to try something different?
Go look at his mentions and see what people say to him. It's bad.
Okay.
I mean, this is part of the reason I'm sure he got off social, or at least Twitter, one of those he got off of. So if he shoots underhand, can you imagine what people will say?
I think he'd be commended. I actually disagree with you about that.
Of course he'd be commended. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about the attacks that will come his way. Because that's just how people are.
No, people are stupid.
Of course they're stupid. That's my point.
And unfortunately, Will Chamberlain was kind of stupid.
Yes.
You know what? I shouldn't say that because it is the 60s. It's different. I don't know. I guess when you see results go backwards, why wouldn't you just say, I don't care how it looks? But I'm glad he brought up Will Chamberlain because he is fascinating. It worked for Will Chamberlain, and then he stopped because, in his words, he didn't want to look like a sissy.
Right.
And meanwhile, he was shooting 60% from the line. That's double what Mitchell Robinson is doing. Let's go to Bob in Westchester. Hey, Bob.
Hey, how are you? I got to go to work, so I'm going to make my point very quickly. Mitchell Robinson, his whole career, hasn't figured out how to put an arch on a free throw shot. But you think in a week's time he's going to learn how to shoot underhanded with a broken pinky? I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I will. Hey, Rob, I agree with you. I just think it's something you got to practice. And I know he's done it intermittently, but to get that arc on a free throw, it's hard. I mean, it's because when you shoot it directly into the basket when you're that tall, the rim, the circle is smaller. You know, it's compressed because of the physics, the angle of it. So the only way to get it to go in is to shoot it up. So when it's coming down, it's a bigger circle. You know what I mean?
I think what you're saying is totally fair.
So why not practice that? Just shoot it to the ceiling. You're better off shooting it like ridiculously high,
right?
Even though you're 7 or 6 feet 11, whatever the heck he is, than trying to throw it into the basket.
All I'm saying is, and I think it's a great phrase when people use it, because sometimes it's so true.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
Okay, when you're good at pop-a-shot.
I'm great at pop-a-shot, which makes no sense.
What is your technique? Are you trying to make swishes?
Soft, like just a very soft,
But
push.
are you trying to make swishes?
No, I'm trying to get the ball in the hoop.
You're trying to hit the backboard and get in the hoop?
No, I'm not trying to do either. I'm just trying. I get into a flow once I start releasing.
Yeah.
And my release is very sweet, very soft, very gentle, and it just goes in. It usually turns out to be swishes. Sometimes I'll get the roll. I'll get the Landry, as they call it now, the shamit.
Right.
It's called the shamit nowadays, where it just rolls in.
I think better than shooting underhand, the granny shot for Mitch. He should just. There's a big square on the middle of every backboard.
Go backboard.
Just hit the backboard.
Go glass.
Just hit right in the middle of the shoot for the backboard and hope that it duds itself into the hope.
Let's go.
Honestly, that I would rather see that than see him try to do something underhand and feel, I don't know, marginalized because
it's not marginalized. You guys got to stop with that. Who cares? Todd's in New Providence. What's up, Todd? Yo.
I was thinking, what if Mitchell Robinson is like Henry Rowengartner? And remember when he broke his arm and he could throw really good? Maybe him having to change his technique will be the best thing for him.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's a Rookie of the Year syndrome. Imagine Mitchell Robinson just goes out there and just starts drilling free throws. You guys are winning an NBA title if that happens.
What if he steps behind the arc and it's just knocks down some 3-pointers? Like, what the hell is going on?
There's got to be.
I mean, maybe it's extra focus because you're thinking about the pain in your pinky, so you're extra focused with all the other fingers, so your touch gets a little bit lighter. Maybe.
Louis is in the Bronx. Maybe. Hey, Louis.
Yeah, you're making it sound like shooting underhand is so easy. I mean, Rick Barry perfected it, and George Johnson did it a little bit. And if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. First of all, Mitch can't be any worse than what he is now.
Right.
So who cares? And you know what? They want to foul us. We got over it in the first 3 series anyway, and we'll deal with it. We need him for his defense. We need him for his shot block and lobs to the basket. Who cares about his pinky? He's got 9 other fingers to jam it.
Well, let me ask you, T, because yes, the lob, the defense, the rebound. What's going to be most affected by having this brace that he's going to be wearing? It's probably controlling the rebound, right?
I think it's the rebound. Now,
or how about the paint on a dunk?
Yeah, but like think about it when these guys dunk. We think of it as because we can barely reach the rim. Like if we could, you'd think about just dunking the ball and then grabbing the rim and holding onto the rim. But I think Mitchell Robinson, when he dunks, it's not necessarily grabbing the rim. He's just up there and he puts it in.
We mentioned how Ronnie Lott cut the tip of his pinky off. So obviously some of the discussion over the last 12 hours has been, would we give up our pinkies? And so that became a discussion early this morning with Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti, where they speculated on if I would give up my pinky for the Mets to win the World Series. And so Gio set up a very specific situation if I would agree to chop my pinky off. Take a listen.
It's the bottom of the ninth. The game is tied. The game's at Citi Field. Juan Soto is up. Actually, no, they're down a run. Let's put it that way. Down a run, runner on first base. 2 outs, 2 strikes.
Right.
And a sports genie comes out of the toilet or something and says, Evan, if you don't cut off your pinky, Juan Soto's going to strike out and the Mets are going to lose the World Series. If you do, Juan Soto hits a 2-run homer and they win the World Series.
Knowing the Mets and this situation, even if he does cut off his pinkies, he's probably going to strike out. There are certain things that you can't overcome.
Well, that is a great point by Boomer. Gio, this is the easiest question anyone has ever asked me. You could take that pinky, you could donate it to science, you can bury it, you could throw it in the Atlantic Ocean. In fact, I'll give you 2 pinkies. I don't think I need either one of them. So, yeah, I would totally, and I'm not joking because there are some diehard Knicks fans. CP, the Fanchise, is going to stop by at noon, and I know his answer because he's a diehard. He's a true blue fan. There are fans right now before this series starts that would gladly cut their pinky off if it meant the New York Knicks were going to win their first NBA championship since 1973. Come on, is this a no-brainer or what?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's so easy to say until you're sitting there.
Until you actually sit there with someone with a cleaver about to cut your pinky off.
Well, they do have to, numb it, don't they?
No.
They're just going to cut it off
with the paint.
No.
Yeah, you ever see somebody owe somebody, money in a movie? It just gets chopped off.
I figured there has to be, some kind of drug so that I don't feel it. Like an amputation, not you're just going to cut it off.
Oh, so this is now professional. Now we're in a doctor's office.
Well, unfortunately, Gio's situation is I'm sitting at Citi Field.
Yeah, and I think the genie is chopping it off.
Yeah, and he's cutting it off, so now I'm screaming in pain as Juan Soto is taking a first pitch fastball right down the middle.
Even if you're not screaming in pain, you're screaming in surprise, shock. You might pass out and not even see it.
And Boomer is right. There's a part of me that would agree to the digit being cut off.
Yes, cut it off. Cut it off. Yes, we're going to. What?
He struck out? The Mets! Come on. I thought this was a deal.
What about my pinky?
Let's go to John in Yonkers. Good morning, John.
Hi, Evan. Hi, Tiki. Sean, you guys are great. Listen.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
What's up? I think more important with Robinson is the rebounding and the blocking. That becomes psychological. The shooting, you got finger rolls, you got and Evan, you said how not important that pinky is in baseball or golf. Jack Nicklaus, he's the one I learned it from. With golf, how important that pinky grip on the club is for generating power. And next time you go to batting cages or you're playing a game, loosen your pinky. Either one. It doesn't matter.
Well, but here's the good news, John. I'm not a professional golfer, nor am I going to play baseball. But here's the other piece of news, since we've already brought up Will Chamberlain. Can I bring up another long-dead professional athlete?
Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of Mordecai Three Fingers Brown?
No.
That's a real person, okay?
Basketball player?
Baseball.
Baseball player.
I don't know why you would assume. Why I would assume that.
Because we're talking about a basketball player without... with the finger issue.
I prefaced athletes, and he said baseball. So there was a pitcher back in the day named Mordecai Three Fingers Brown. He's a real person. You could look it up. You can go down that rabbit hole if you so choose. And my assumption is, because I don't know that much about Three Fingers Brown, but my assumption is he had 3 fingers.
There goes Tiki.
So I'm going to assume
there goes Tiki down the
one of the fingers he didn't have was his pinky. And I also remember reading that Three Fingers Mordecai Brown is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, one of the most dominant pitchers of the dead ball era.
That's right. Chicago Cubs, correct?
Known for his devastating curveball.
How about that?
Huh.
They used to call that the bender.
Childhood accident is what caused his to lose. Wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish
As
the
a
story.
boy in Indiana, caught his right hand in a feed chopper.
A what?
A feed, like the thing that chops up feed for animals on a farm.
Oh, jeez.
Losing part of his index finger and severely maligning the other. So all of his fingers got jacked up. Later, while he was still healing, he fell, permanently broke 2 other fingers. And
Damn.
Basically take them off. Wow.
You think I was screwing around with that? You think I was making that stuff up? We're covering it all today. The granny shot from Will Chamberlain and 3 fingers Mordecai Brown.
So the misshapen fingers allowed him to grip and then also release the baseball in a way that put an radical spin and natural sinking action.
Wow. So it gave him an advantage.
It gave him an advantage.
It was an advantage that this man had. You would think that it would be more difficult. So
Ty Cobb referred to Brown's curveball as the most devastating that he ever faced. Wow.
This is one of those rabbit holes Tiki's enjoyed. You can tell.
I have enjoyed this.
When you're thinking to yourself, when Evan brings up 3
like
fingers
Mordecai
Brown.
Why the hell do I care about some pitcher from the 1920s?
Well, guess what? The context matters. He never picked.
No, it was before that, 1910s.
Yeah, it was the dead ball era. So some diminish it because that's the dead ball era. But yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
And he only had 3
World Series
fingers.
He back-to-back titles, too.
That's right. That's when the Cubs were winning championships. That's how long ago
Hall
it was.
of Famer in 1949.
Yeah. So my point is, I think, been proven. Do you really need a pinky?
And Tommy Lucchese,
what?
Notorious New York mobster, took his name.
He stole 3 fingers
He
Brown?
stole 3 fingers. He just called himself 3 fingers,
Well,
not
because
Brown.
it is a cool name. Like
Yeah.
that. One of the reasons, like if he's just Mordecai Brown, he just sounds like a guy from a million years ago. But when you get the nickname, the 3 fingers Brown, it adds to it. Now, Sean, I think you and I are very similar. I think we're the only ones left around here. I shouldn't say that. I think Big Mac's like this too, where we need a championship. We need to infuse in our blood as diehard fans. We have not lost our passion for sports, which makes us childish, by the way. It's not really a compliment. It's more we're children.
Yeah, he lost his index finger, though, not his pinky.
Okay. I think that's more important.
I mean, his finger's jacked up, dude.
Would you give up your pinky if I told you that Jackson Dart, John Harbaugh, and Donald Trump are all on the parade float after they win the Super Bowl this upcoming season?
No, I've seen 2 Super Bowls. You're not taking a pinky.
Really?
You're not. You know why, Evan? Because I'm not one of these guys on radio that's just going to say something for shock value. Think about what you're saying. Give me my appendages as much as I love sports.
I love the Giants.
I told you I can't wipe without it.
But you can.
Evan,
You don't need your pinky for that.
Evan, I'm going to say something, and this is not offensive at all, but have you ever shook somebody's hand who's missing a finger?
I don't. If I did, I didn't realize it.
It's a little awkward and uncomfortable. I don't want people feeling awkward and uncomfortable every time they shake my hand.
Ranger Stanley Cup, would you give up a pinky?
No.
Really?
No.
I kind of question you as a fan.
Why?
now. Because it's
Why
just,
does fandom have to involve giving up appendages?
I don't. That's the one thing, man. I don't want to give up my body parts at all.
Wow, so now I feel alone in this. Do you think Big Mac would give up a pinky for a Yankee World Series?
I think Big Mac would say that. But
you don't think he would do it?
No, and I don't think you would ultimately do it either.
Of course I would.
I don't think you would.
Dude, I'd give up my pinky toe, and I know
Evan,
that's riskier.
It's just a pinky till you show up to the doctor's office and they come in with their scrubs and they start putting the numbing agent on it. And then you think to yourself, what the hell am I going to think about this Met World Series in December while I'm sitting here pinkyless?
I'm not going to think about my pinky, that's for sure. I'll be well past
Tiki,
that.
am I right?
No, you're absolutely right. Like, it's fine in the moment, but much later you're going to be like, why the hell did I cut my pinky off?
In theory, you want me to tell you, take everything away. Yeah, that's how bad I want a championship. But actually, no, I don't want body
how
parts
come
cut
you
off.
don't have a pinky?
So you think
back in the day, son.
So Ronnie Lott wanted a championship more than you and I? Because Ronnie Lott cut off the tip. Well,
The tip. You want to take the tip of my pinky? Fine. You're not losing the whole pinky.
What the hell's the difference? Once the tip is gone, what's the rest of it's useless?
That's only exists with one appendage, not the pinky.
Well, how do you know? If that tip is gone, what's the difference? It's just a stub just hanging out.
But I can still wrap a golf club and a baseball bat and wipe my tush.
First of all, wrapping a baseball bat? Dude, you're overweight 37-year-old. Do you really need to swing a bat anymore?
How dare you?
I'm being real.
How dare you?
I love baseball. I used to play baseball every Sunday in a league I started called Twitter Baseball. I still love to make believe I'm swinging a bat. I love it. I love playing. I love being active. I think I can give it up. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
I could play with my girls. They throw me pitches. I hit. I like doing that. Now I can't wrap a bat? Sorry, sweetheart. Daddy can't hit off you today because he gave up a pinky to see a Stanley Cup. You know how stupid that is?
Yesterday was the first time I was brutally honest with my oldest son, Jet, because he asked me, do you think, about himself, he'll make the major leagues? And I said, do you want me to be honest? And he said, yeah. I said, no. And he's like, really? And I said, Jet, this has nothing to do with you specifically.
Yeah.
To make the major leagues, you're probably the best in your entire little league by a lot.
Right.
And even then, you're probably not making the major leagues. And oh, by the way, what were you just doing? And he's like, what was I just doing? I was, I was doing homework. I was like, you got to be playing baseball. Can't be wasting time on math. You need to be outside at the cage all the time. So he didn't take it badly. It was more like, oh, okay. Then he asked me about another kid that we know. He's like, hey, do you think this kid's going to make the major leagues? And I'm like, no.
Nobody you know is likely to make the major leagues.
At what point do you tell your kids that kind of awful truth?
I mean, the earlier the better.
Yeah, because you want to be real with them.
You want to be real.
I think the moment it's going to start costing you a lot of money. When it comes to like travel ball and all that, I got news for you, kid. We're not doing this. No, but that's voluntarily. I'm talking about when they ask you. Like, if you're just telling your kid out of nowhere they're not making the major leagues, you're a bastard. If he asks you, then you want to give a truthful answer. I don't think in all the time that Chet has played baseball, he's ever just point blank said, do you think I'm going to make the major leagues? It just never came up. But this conversation happened, and I was blunt. I was like, there's no chance.
It's so tiny. It's like ridiculously small.
I think that's the thing. I think saying
that's
no
what you
chance.
Should say.
Yeah.
That's what you should say.
Yes.
There's always a chance. But
no chance was too strong.
You're going to have to work a lot harder than you are now.
Yes. And that's not to say you're lazy. It's just that, dude, to get there, the work that's put in by these guys, these kids, is like through the roof.
This is going to have to become the most important thing in your life. That's how you make it.
Right. Did your kids ever ask you at any point, especially you're in a tough spot because you made it. And you not only made it, you were pretty damn good.
They played college football. So.
But did they ever ask, as they were on their route, hey, do you think I'm going to make it?
No, they never did.
Never brought it up?
No.
How would you have handled it if they said it?
I would have said, good luck. I'm rooting for you. Right?
It's code for no.
Actually, the better question is, Tiki, if you were told this at Jets age, there's no shot at you playing in the NFL, would it have dissuaded you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you saying I dissuaded my kid?
I'm saying you crushed dreams.
Football was a way for me to go to college. Let's put it that way. My mom didn't make nearly enough money for me and my twin to go to college.
So you weren't thinking about the NFL. You were thinking about, hey, I want to be good enough.
I was thinking I want to be an astronaut.
Right.
And I want to go to UVA or Michigan or wherever. The only way I'm going there is if I'm on scholarship. So that's why I went to UVA.
Yeah.
And then I got good. Not my first year, not my second year. My third year at UVA is when I was like, oh, man, maybe I want to go to the league. It took time.
Yeah. By the way, I want to make something clear. I didn't say you have no shot. I said unless you're spending every hour doing it, you have no shot.
Okay.
Yeah. So I put in the whole...
But that's not even necessarily true, because I didn't. I mean, I played. Like, I was out running around, playing with my friends, going through water tunnels and almost drowning. Like, we did crazy stuff. I wasn't always playing football.
Damn it.
I think you let your loser sports fandom, which is not your fault, by the way, seep into now your potential of your kids' athletic
I don't
career.
even think it's that. I think I reminded him, I'm no athlete.
But just because you aren't.
Well, there's genes involved, is there not?
Not for everybody. For a lot, yes. But depends.
Like
there's a lot of that. That matters.
There's a lot. Like, take a look at, I don't know why this jumps out at me, James Wood of the Washington Nationals, hell of a player. Every time the Mets play the Nationals, they talk about his dad. His dad was a high school basketball legend on Long Island, right? Genes. Even if we haven't heard of that person, even if we didn't see them playing in the major leagues, like, are you getting the genes of Evan Roberts?
You know what?
And becoming a professional athlete? Unless you're working your ass off 100 million hours a day,
there's a lot of that, but I'll give you the counterpoint. Tommy DeVito. Does his dad look like he picked up a ball at any point?
That's a good point. But he's big.
He's a big round plumber.
Yeah.
And there's nothing shameful about that, but it didn't look like
DeVito might
had
be the answer.
Yeah, DeVito didn't exactly look like he had quarterback genes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So the dream should be alive.
What if his mom? I forget his mom.
Again,
that's
I could look at her.
But Sean,
maybe she was a lacrosse player. Who knows?
That's half the battle.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, when you look at them now, it doesn't look like that.
You're leaving that part out. Like, his mom may have been the captain of the field hockey team, and that matters.
Right. Or she may not have. That's all I'm saying.
But I bet you she was. If you call up the DeVitos right now and say, hey, we're just curious. I know this is random.
Such an interesting debate because you think about it. Like, think about Christian McCaffrey. His dad was Ed McCaffrey.
No doubt. No doubt.
Even my dad was a football star at Virginia Tech.
I don't think. My point is, I'm not
saying was a hell of an athlete.
And that's the point. It's not that they were stars that we know of. Again, I go back to James Wood's dad. I wasn't familiar. He was a great athlete. And with a lot of the moms, star the track team. We hear it all the time.
I don't deny that happened. But now, okay, so was James Wood's dad's then parents also really? Like, my point is, at some point, somebody in your lineage is the first to start that lineage.
Yeah. My grandfather was a plumber who was out of shape. I guess he was in shape during World War II. My other grandfather.
Well, there you go.
Well, what does that mean?
At some point, the birds and bees mix, and they start a new lineage that then becomes that person's lineage for athletic genes.
But there has to be an athletic.
Exactly. It's got to be somewhere.
So everybody in the NBA,
somebody had to be.
MLB, somebody in their family was an athlete somewhere.
I think it's there somewhere. Now, what's very important, and this is
everybody.
That would be an unbelievable study to do.
Can you do that?
This is now blowing my mind. I'm determined.
Well, because look,
to find the exception.
Yeah,
you want to find the person whose mom and dad were whatever, and they did nothing.
My point
and their parents did nothing. And yet their kid turned out to be an unbelievable athlete.
All I'm saying is there has to be some, and I would guess probably more than you think, and they're the start of their lineage with the athletic
Sean,
genes.
You're leaving this part out. I bet you even the one you find whose parents did nothing athletically, they're still more athletic than me.
Yeah.
And more athletic than my wife. I don't want to insult her, but you know
So
what I
are
mean?
you just saying your formulation as the least athletic combination, you and your wife, that's the dream you're telling Jet?
Well, I'm just saying, like, are you making the major leagues? The answer is very, 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 very unlikely.
Eric Wagaman made it.
Who knows? His mom was probably the captain of the swim team. I don't know. We'll get back to your calls in a minute. 888-808-1019. And as we sit here on the doorstep of the NBA Finals, it's a good time to look back. Did we expect this? What did we around here think was even going to be the NBA Finals back in October and, dare I say, last year? We'll take a listen to that, and we'll talk to you, 888-808-1019. You ever wonder why Fanatics Sportsbook is America's fastest-growing sportsbook? Other sportsbooks, well, their rewards are just the same old, same old. But Fancash is the ultimate sports currency. And betting with Fanatics lets you stack Fancash. With Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get up to 10% Fancash back on your wagers, win or lose. Use your Fancash to unlock the world of Fanatics with unlimited profit boosts, exclusive merch, collectibles, game tickets, and so much more. If you want value for bets, well, Fanatics will always have your back. Did I mention they're giving away millions in Fancash this year with games like Fancash Drop? Tap in every Friday and see what the fuss is all about. So switch to a sportsbook that will always give you more to play with. Go check it out yourself and download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Now, Fancash Fridays, and today is Friday, they're powered by Fanatics Sportsbook, America's fastest growing sportsbook. Right now, we will take the 10th caller at 866-540-WFAN, 866-540-9326 for your chance to win $100 in fan cash from Fanatics Sportsbook every Friday. Winning hits different here.
I am always busy. Life keeps me on the go. So feeling safe and knowing my family is safe when I'm not with them is so important. It's why we partnered with our friends at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system. Installing a smart home security system that combines safety, convenience, peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. It's so easy to open my garage door, to control the lighting outside, lock the doors, turn on the alarm even if I'm not there. Heck, I can even pop on the music throughout my house just while I'm sitting in my car. You can experience the future of home security and automation as well with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
There's a belief out there that either the Eagles and Patriots have already worked out their A.J. Brown deal and are just sitting on it until Monday, or that no one else aside from New England is genuinely interested. But if you're an AFC contender thin at receiver, Baltimore, Kansas City, or a division rival of New England, looking at you, Buffalo, why wouldn't you put together a last-ditch effort to not just acquire A.J. Brown, but also keep him out of your opponent's hands? I'm Chris Mack.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, $6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds too. Get a quote right now at 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or biglou.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
The Black Crows are coming to the Prudential Center, and WFAN has your chance to win your way in. Listen all week for your cue to call, and you can win a pair of tickets to see the Black Crows at Prudential Center on June 20th. To purchase tickets, visit PruCenter.com.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, it's Craig Giannotti from Boomer and Geo here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems, especially at night. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to try North Shore at northshore.com. Their team of experts will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than store brands. Switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com, and focus on life, not leaks.
It's the road ahead, brought to you by the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Visit your local Kia dealer today. The team from the Bronx finishes its road trip before returning home for a huge 6-game matchup beginning with Cleveland, followed by arch rival Boston.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Slater Schulman, 488 Madison Avenue, New York, New York. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Attention, former female inmates of Rikers Island Prison in New York City. If you were sexually abused at Rikers Island at any time in the past, no matter how long ago, now is the time to come forward.
The new city GMVA law temporarily removes the time restrictions to take legal action, and you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation if you were incarcerated at Rikers Island at any time and were forced into sex with guards or subjected to any sexual misconduct. You may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Even inmates who willingly participated in sexual relationships with guards can pursue justice, as this is illegal under New York state law. Call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline now at 800-384-0186. But hurry, there is a deadline to file your case. Call now to get the justice and financial settlement you deserve. Call right now at 800-384-0186. 800-384-0186.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a data analyst.
Hey, what model did you use for these quarterly projections?
Astrology. If Mercury's in retrograde, sales tank. If Venus is rising, we crush Q4.
You built our revenue forecast off horoscopes?
Yeah, the Zodiac never lies.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Got a busy day here on this Friday. We'll get to some baseball a little bit later on. CP, the Fanchise, one of the great voices of Knicks fandom, will join us at 12 o'clock as we look ahead towards the NBA Finals. But let's congratulate our Friday Fan Cash winner, John. John, congratulations, my man.
Thank you very much. How's it going, guys?
Oh, excellent. So what are we going to bet on this weekend? You going to bet for your Yankees to have a good weekend in Sacramento?
No, I'm probably just going to put it on the Knicks to win.
And you know what's great for that, John?
I like that.
They're underdogs. Like, they continue to be, even though we all sit here watching the West saying, not that good. They're okay. Yeah. You will do well if the Knicks win an NBA championship, because I think against either team, they're in the +2s in terms of being an underdog.
So when they win the championship, I'll grab some money. I'll let you guys know.
Now, you're a Knicks fan. You're a Yankee fan. What's the football team you root for?
The Jets, Jets.
Will you put any money on the Jets going on a surprise run and Geno Smith leading us to the promised land?
0% chance.
Well, either way, John, congratulations and enjoy your weekend, my man.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Our Fanatics Fan Cash winner. Now, right before we were going to break, I revealed a story that I think makes me very insensitive, in which I told my son when he asked me point blank, is he going to make the major leagues? I said, that's not happening.
You broke his heart by saying, no, son.
I was being real.
You have no chance. You're small and you're nerdy like me. You score baseball games. You have no shot.
First of all, I didn't say any of that last part.
Oh, sorry. I made the assumption. That's my bad.
I was trying to inspire him that you have to work harder. Like, that's also, too. Not that he doesn't work hard, but he doesn't work hard to be a major leaguer. He works hard on a million different things, but not just that.
Of course.
And so it led to a discussion of genetics and how important it is. And then Sean Morash did something that was just unfortunate. He started to talk about Tommy DeVito and how his parents weren't athletic. Is that exactly what you said, Sean? I just want to confirm that.
No, I just said I don't know about his mom, but we've seen Big Tom. He doesn't look athletic.
Well, joining us right now, Mr. Tommy DeVito. Big Tom joins us right now, probably to defend his athletic prowess. Big Tom, thanks for calling in. How are you?
You guys do know I live like 15 miles away, right?
That's right.
What's up, Big Tom?
Hey, you're a local hero. Sean Morash is basically saying you're an unathletic poop. Would you like to counter that? Because I think that's unfair.
Listen, in Sean's defense, in Tommy's run in 2023, I was stress eating to see if my son was have a career. Was totally out of my norm for me, and I fell into the whole chicken cutlet mania too. So somebody had to eat them.
Yeah, you guys were making them in the parking lot, Big Tom. I mean, we remember. What was your athletic background?
Well, my whole life I'm a bodybuilder. Like, I'm chiseled down now like you wouldn't even believe. That guy's caught me on a bad run. I'm 208 pounds with swinging steel and sex appeal.
What about your wife?
But no, I only played football at the high school because with 2 pairs of socks on, I'm 5'8", and that is what it is.
Right.
Luckily, my in-laws are Giants, and that's where my boys got their height from.
Right.
Brett Billman always said, look at the mother's brothers, and that's going to tell you how big the kids are going to be.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, so was your
Yep,
wife?
my one brother was 6'5", my other brother was 6'3".
Right. Was your wife an athlete?
No, she was a businesswoman worker, but she was tall, too. She was like 5'10", so she wasn't short either.
So got the athleticism from you, the height from your wife, or at least your wife's brothers, and translated into a hell of a story for the Giants in 2023.
It worked. But, again, you guys, I'm 15 minutes away. I'll be at that studio.
Yeah, you could start
and
bench
also, I'm an
pressing
arm wrestling champ. Anytime, anywhere, anybody. I'll arm wrestle anybody for charity.
I love this.
Undefeated.
So, Big Tom, now we know where Tommy gets his confidence from.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Hey, we're all enjoying the Knicks run, too, right, guys?
Oh, without a doubt.
Some of us are, not all of us. But yes, it's a very enjoyable
been
run.
so long.
Nice.
If they win that championship in the Garden, New York City's going to explode.
Is your son into it? Like, is he a big Knicks fan? Has he been watching all the games?
Yeah, he's into this whole run. Yeah, he's really into it.
He's got to show up. If he calls up the Garden and says, "Hey, I'm Tommy DeVito, I'm a celebrity," they give him courtside seats, wouldn't they?
He's still loved here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're very grateful for the New York fans and New Jersey fans. They show him love everywhere we go. Even when we're down in Florida, there's so many transplants. I mean, we're forever grateful to the Giants and all the fans. And, we're still Giant fans, too. You know how that goes. But he's doing OTAs now, so he'll be stuck there during the playoffs anyway. But it's going well for him. And, the Giant future looks pretty good. And it seems like everybody's happy.
I love that.
Indeed.
I love that you guys stayed Giant fans, even though you're wearing that other blue.
Yeah, the evil blue.
We live here, but you also know, Tiki, your heart has to go where your kid goes.
That's
it just
true.
is what it is.
That's very
of course.
true. That's very
Big
true.
Tom, thanks for clearing it up. We appreciate it.
Thank
man.
you, Big Tom.
All right, guys, have fun.
Thank you. There he is, the father of Tommy DeVito, basically telling Sean Morash, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot."
I think DeVito might be the answer.
And it basically proves my point, which is genes matter. It's not everything. Obviously, I'm sure there are great stories of overcoming it, but genes matter. And I can't believe you sat here and basically called the man a fat ass, and he calls up and says, "I'm a bodybuilder." He can bench press you.
To be fair, he defended. He called up and called himself a fat ass, but said his previous
He explained it. He explained it. He's a jack dude. He just kind of had a moment.
Bodybuilder. Damn.
Yeah, you don't mess with those guys.
No. Kick your ass, Sean.
No, I don't want to. I was waiting for him to challenge me to an arm wrestling match.
Bodybuilders are somewhat like a little crooked up top.
Yeah. It's probably true.
I used to train with one, and he was amazing. He was a little wacky, but he made me a great player.
Hey, that's what matters. Let's go to Lori in Ocean Township. Hey, Lori.
Hi, this question's more for Tiki, I guess.
Yeah, what's up?
So, at what age? Okay, I'll tell you. So, my son, he's only 2, but he basically came out with a soccer ball. He came at me with a soccer ball, basically. He was walking at 9 months. He can dribble, drop kick, punt.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere he goes, coaches and stuff are like, "What's your plan for this kid?" I'm like, he's 2. They're trying to move him up to the Pee-wees and everything. I'm like, I don't know. Someone asked if he was going to join the Red Bulls Academy. I was like, I don't know. He's 2.
You should.
So at what?
The Red Bull Academy is good.
We're NYCFC fans, so that's the only thing.
Come on. Where do you live?
Sorry.
You're in New Jersey. How the hell are you NYCFC?
I am in New Jersey. My husband, we're founding members of NYCFC just when they joined. So, yeah, I know. You should have jumped on that bandwagon.
I know. They got one of the best young players in soccer in Julian Hall. They got some kids over there. So your kid might have a
Tati
chance at
Castellanos.
NYC. Who's that?
Yeah. Tati Castellanos. He went NYCFC to La Liga to now he's on West Ham. Scored 4 against Real, which is crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, enough soccer talk.
I'm the only one that knows
so
what
when
you're
do you
talking
know
about,
kid, Yeah. So at what point do you know this kid can be a star? And I'm saying he has that passion. He doesn't want to do anything but play soccer.
Well, so it sounds like, Lori, appreciate your call. He's going to be good at a young age. So from now until he's 10, he's probably going to be the best player. The question will always become, as every other kid starts to mature, do they catch up to him or does he keep that distance? You know what I mean? That keep that distance away from him. And then the Chris Collinsworth test is the most important one. The Chris Collinsworth test, when people haven't heard me say this, is do the parents on the other team complain about your kid?
That's the Chris Collinsworth test?
That's the Chris Collinsworth test. If the other parents are saying, there's no way that kid is 12.
Right.
There's no way he can't be that good. They brought him down from an elite team and they're just coming down here to beat up on these smaller kids. If you pass the Chris Collinsworth test, that's when you know you have a chance.
Yeah.
That's when you have a chance to go pro. That's how you know.
I would also assume it's how much the kid loves to play. Because you got to play.
Well,
I know you said
sounds like Lori's kid loves to do it.
No, it's great. But at 2, like what about when they're 6 or 7 or 10?
But that's how you become, like when it's like Tiger Woods playing golf at whatever age he was at. It was like 4 years old. It just became like part of his existence, no matter what he did. And so if you're playing with a soccer ball from the time you're 2 years old, really 1, it sounds like, because he walked early, then it's just going to be part of your existence. Even if it's not something you necessarily want to do, you're going to always be good at it.
Tomorrow night, we're going to find out what the NBA Finals are. Obviously, we know about the Knicks for a while now. We've got the 7th game coming up between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. And we like to do 2 different tests here at Evan and Tiki. As soon as the finals are over, or the Super Bowl is over, or the World Series is over, the next day, we say, what do you think next year's World Series is going to be? What do you think next year's Super Bowl is going to be? Obviously, there's no offseason. You may not even know about coaching changes, but it's always a fun exercise. So we did that last year. And then also in October, right as opening night was occurring, we made our more educated, okay, this is what I think is going to happen. Now's the perfect time to check in and see how we did. So I want to take you back to June. This is June 22nd of last year, right after the Oklahoma City Thunder completed winning the NBA Finals in the 7th game against the Indiana Pacers, when we went around the room and said, all right, it's all been completed. We don't know even where the Knicks are going with their coach yet. Like, we literally didn't know. But what do you think the finals are going to be? And I'm not sure if you guys remember it. I'm pretty sure the audience doesn't remember it.
I kind of remember mine.
Well, let's start with Tiki then. Tiki Barber, finals prediction a year out.
Cleveland Cavaliers will beat the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well,
I got close.
I mean, okay.
Not really at all.
I mean, they both got the same amount of wins away from the NBA Finals, if you think about it that way. All right, Sean Morash's June NBA Finals prediction.
Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers will beat the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, boy, you guys were high on Cleveland. That's something else. Let's hear.
And that was before James Harden.
Well before James Harden. Let's hear Positive Tommy. He was with us at that time. Tommy Lugauer.
The Knicks will face Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets in the finals.
At least he got the Knicks.
Well, he's almost disqualified because he's always picked the Knicks.
Right.
So it's one of those like defaults. Like, I don't know. I mean, yes, he's right. You give him credit, but he's always picked the Knicks. Here's what I said right after the NBA Finals last year. The Oklahoma City Thunder will win their 2nd consecutive NBA championship, and they will defeat the Orlando Magic. Yeah. I was high on them.
Yeah, they fired their coach.
And it was before they even made the trade for Desmond Bane.
Right.
All right, so that's what we did a year out. Now, right before the season started, much more educated, now we have a better idea of things. How close were we? How close to the pin were we? Let's start off with Tiki Barber.
I'm just going chalk. Oklahoma City Thunder, Cleveland Cavaliers, Thunder repeat.
So let me get this straight.
I was close. I was a sweep away.
No, you were a sweep away.
It depends on Oklahoma City wins tonight.
I just find it funny that you were so adamant about Cleveland.
Yeah, because Cleveland was good. They were climbing the ladder like the Knicks were. They were taking the steps.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they were good. They were young, right? They had a superstar. It just felt like at some point, and I also, maybe foolishly, wanted to give Kenny Atkinson his due. He's a good coach.
Here we go again. Everybody loves Kenny Atkinson.
I don't anymore.
So you realize he can't coach.
Exactly. Now I hate him. But
well, hate is too strong, too.
You know what I mean, as a coach. At that point, I wanted to give him his due because I felt like he was wronged in Brooklyn, and he's a good developer of talent. He had a good roster, a young roster that eventually Cleveland would break through, and I thought this year would be it.
No, you were consistent about it. Let's hear from Tommy Lugauer, see if he was consistent.
The Knicks will avenge decades of suffering by beating the Rockets.
Wow. He really stuck with that one. He was adamant, Knicks Rockets. So he was technically right about the Knicks, even though we all know, it's just Tommy.
He didn't really think about it. He didn't really think about the Eastern side.
Nah, that was a default. I'm looking for Sean's. I can't find Sean's. I'm really not trying to be a jerk.
Was Sean off?
No, I got it right here. I have it on my phone. Let me just make sure this is him. No, that's Tommy. Let me hold on. All right, here we go.
NBA Finals prediction. The Minnesota Timberwolves and the Ant-Man will continue this realm of NBA parity. They will finally climb the mountaintop and win the NBA Finals over the surprising Atlanta Hawks, who will take out the New York Knicks in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Wow. So we not only got your finals pick, which was very wrong, probably the wrongest of anybody, but you also threw in a little bonus, which is how the Knicks would get eliminated.
I mean, I found the most competitive team to the Knicks in the East.
You know what? Touche, sir.
That's true.
He did. Here was my NBA Finals prediction. That's right. The New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, that's where it will end. At the hands of the resurgent Denver Nuggets. I got that part wrong.
You are so close.
I should have stuck with my Thunder pick.
Yes.
But what I do remember is a little diatribe I went on right before the start of the season on why I thought the New York Knicks were going to go to the NBA Finals. Let's see how much of it played out correctly. I'll make this statement again. It sounds like I'm the only talk show host who's going to say it, period. The Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. Let's go Knicks. And I'm not saying that to jinx you. That's so stupid. I'm saying that for very similar reasons to why I argued with Sean last year. I said the American League is mediocre. Tell me who's better. Well, when I look around the Eastern Conference...
The Blue Jays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shawnee was right on.
That was this year. I'm talking about last year.
Okay.
When I look around the Eastern Conference and I look at the talent and I look at the rosters and I look at what these teams have accomplished, I have a very difficult time, and I say this if you want to say it as a Knicks hater, fine, finding the team that's better than you. The Cleveland Cavaliers have proven time after time that they're frauds. Now, can they change that this year? Sure.
No.
Do I believe that
Not
they
by
will?
adding James Harden.
No. The Orlando Magic are an incredibly talented team that is on the come.
Yeah.
And they made the big move this offseason for Desmond Bane. They won 41 games last year and haven't won a round in the playoffs in 15 years. Do I think the Orlando Magic are knocking off the New York Knicks? No. The Detroit Pistons went backwards.
Yeah.
Kate Cunningham's a wonderful player. Their bench and their role players have gotten worse. Do I think the Pistons are knocking off the Knicks? No. I'm not even going to waste my time on the frauds from Philadelphia. Why would I bother? Is Joel Embiid going to stay healthy? Forget about the regular season. When it matters in the playoffs, I've got no data that would ever back that up. So the answer is no. So when I go through this conference, just cold-bloodedly, not as a fan, not even as a hater.
Yeah.
You're the best team in the Eastern Conference. I think that may have been my best sports opinion.
Wow. That take should live in like sports radio history.
Basically, it was 2 minutes of saying every reason he thinks the Knicks are going to the finals besides the fact he thinks they're good.
But that listen, irrelevant.
That's a good point.
Irrelevant.
Hold on.
Well, what?
You
What?
did not at one point talk about how good the Knicks were.
It was everybody else sucks.
It was everybody else sucks.
But I
That's
said
so
that they
true.
were better than all of those
but
teams.
you didn't laud what was about to happen. You didn't laud the dominance that we've seen in the postseason.
If your point to me is, hey, Evan.
Otherwise, it was outstanding.
If your point to me is, hey, outstanding sports opinion, but you didn't point out how dominant they be,
Yeah,
fine.
You could have added, and I think I know the New York Knicks are going to be a phenomenal team this year.
Well, I didn't know that.
With a new head coach who is not going to run them into the ground, kill them in the regular season by playing 40-plus minutes a game, get to the postseason and be adjustable and different and variable, and teams aren't going to know what to do with them. They have great players, and they're going to get coached to the NBA Finals.
In fairness,
I would have said that might have been a Hall of Fame worthy.
So it's not
take.
Hall of Fame, it's just MVP?
It's just MVP level. It's not Hall of Fame level take. It's an MVP take.
I didn't, if we're all being honest with ourselves, I didn't see this coming in terms of the dominance. I didn't see them playing.
I don't think anybody did.
Well, okay, and I'll own that.
Right. I mean, how could you have? We watched them for 82 games in the regular season. They didn't look like this.
No, but my point, even through those 82 games, and never wavered, was they're better than everybody else. And here's the beauty of sports, because I think it gets lost sometimes. We're not needing to compare them to the 96 Bulls. It's not necessary. We can do it for fun, but it doesn't matter. It's beating the teams that you're contending with. It's like the Yankees in 2024. It didn't matter if the competition was good or not. It's, are you better than your competition? Just like it doesn't matter that the poor Knicks in the 90s ran into Michael Jordan. Too bad. Or Kevin Durant ran into the Warriors till he joined them. Too bad. Like, what the hell does that mean? Or Reggie Miller, when they finally got there, ran into Kobe and Shaq. Too bad. Or my team ran into two dynastic. Doesn't matter. It's, are you better than everybody else? And I think what's been clear since jump is that while maybe they wouldn't be this dominant, they'd be better than everybody else. And I don't want to just toot my own horn. There's another horn that needs to be tooted. Charles Barkley. I take you back to October 22nd, 2025 on Inside the NBA when Charles Barkley was asked. It's yesterday. It was in yesterday's folder, Sean. Shouldn't be that difficult to find.
No, it shouldn't be, but I mean, I don't know. A little heads up would have been good. I will get it.
No, I'll get it.
I see. Barkley 1-2 now.
There you go. Charles Barkley on opening night made this prediction about the Eastern Conference.
I'm going with the New York Knicks.
Oh, stop it.
I think the Knicks.
Why?
Why? Because they were in the conference final last year, fool.
Yeah, that's last year.
That's okay. So if you got, I trust Brunson more than I do the Cavs.
Nailed it. And you got Shaq and everybody laughing.
That's because they're natural Knick haters.
But Charles is a Knick hater. I'm a Knick hater. But we're able to at least escape that and be honest. Charles was honest. And yes, a part of it was ripping the Cavs.
I think part of it is also for Shaq. He just hates Cat.
Oh, you think that's what it was?
Yeah.
I think it was Cat related.
Yeah.
Here's more of Charles Barkley that night.
If they got a new coach, there's a lot of pressure on Mike Brown. Okay, listen, I'm going with the Knicks to win the East.
Yeah. So credit to Charles Barkley as well. This was not, I won't say it was predictable, it wasn't, but let's not get it twisted. They were one of the favorites to come out of the East. I think we all felt that way.
Yeah, I mean, they were in it last year. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals a year ago.
Yes.
So, of course, they have a shot to be in it this year. They didn't change their team completely.
Can I quote Shaq, though, when Charles brought that up? That was last year. That was his retort. That was last year.
Doesn't matter.
No, I know. But give Charles Barkley a lot of credit. He's been ridiculed as a Knick hater for many, many years. I think I see myself in Charles sometimes. And this is our moment to say, see, we believed in you guys. Now, the NBA Finals, different story.
Right.
Let's see the opponent, and then we'll all have our strong opinions. Let's go to Nick in the Bronx. What's up, Nick?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yo.
All as well.
Let me take you off speaker. Sorry about that. Evan, don't tell your son that. He can be a professional athlete, or he could try to be. Let him keep playing. But as a side note, I was sad for that. But my senior year in high school, I switched to underhand on the basketball team, ended up shooting 80% from the free throw line.
Wow.
Before that, I was a under 50% free throw shooter because I played low post, so I got fouled all the time. I was going to the free throw line all the time.
Did you get mocked for it? Like, were people making fun of you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said S my D. So, I didn't care.
Right.
I mean, that's the right attitude.
It worked.
Well,
that's all that matters.
And that's what happened to Wilt. Like, whenever this is brought up and Wilt is cited, we need to also cite that it worked for Wilt Chamberlain, and then he gave it up, point blank, because he didn't want to get made fun of. And that's insane to me. And let me make this clear. I didn't tell my kid, don't play anymore.
Yeah.
I said, no, if you want me to be honest, you're probably not making the major leagues. But I also said it about every other kid he asked me about.
Evan Roberts' bad father is trending on Twitter.
Are we supposed to be honest with our kids?
No. You're supposed to lie out your teeth until a certain age.
Well, I also made it clear
but what age?
Well, it also depends about what, too, right?
Okay, well, being a professional athlete when you're 9 years old.
I think you're 9. You're still too young to tell them you can't attain it.
Well, look, you're phrasing it as I said you have no chance. It's over.
You said no chance.
I also said if you practice a lot, there's more of a chance.
No, you said 24/7 or something to that effect.
Well, I think it is 24/7.
Just let the kid dream a
Does
couple
he love
more years.
it?
I think he likes playing baseball. I don't think he was dreaming of being
Does he love it?
I think he really
Is he
likes
obsessed with it?
No, I don't think he's obsessed with it. I think he really likes it.
You know what? There's a better way
Which
to
is
say
most kids. I think they like playing sports, and then they do something else.
Yeah,
and
at some point they get obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Evan, you and I are not
He's
Tiki
9
Bar.
now, right?
He's 9.
Yeah.
We're not Tiki. We were dorks. We grew up playing sports. At some point,
He's fat.
Did your parents tell you weren't going to be a professional athlete? Or do you think we figured that out on our own?
I think I figured it out, and my dad confirmed it. I was like, yeah, I'm not making the majors. He's like,
yeah. And I don't think that was a bad thing. At some point, I realized I wasn't playing shortstop.
How old?
I was probably like 12, 13 years old.
So he's got 4 years.
Yeah. But it wasn't soul crushing to me. I just figured that on my own. Like, oh, yeah, this is going to be hard.
I'm going to phrase this as carefully as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Sean? And
I know. We could. You know what? We could have that conversation off air.
All I'll say is the conversation that
was
I
about
had,
movie characters.
Okay, why are you cutting me off? I'm not saying
because
anything.
I don't trust you right now and people are in the car.
I'm just saying we had a conversation. Remember your wife was like, you shouldn't have that conversation. Your wife was mad at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still is.
Just being honest, man. Let's just being honest. All right, we'll get back to your phone calls next, 888-808-1019. And over the last few days, callers have written songs about people who shouldn't have their job. It started with Sean Marks and why he has a job. Yesterday, it continued with Chris Jury and why does he still have a job. We've got a new installment in the series of why does this person still have a job? The hit debut of that song is coming up soon. Who's Hot in Baseball, sponsored by Petro Home Services. Arizona's Ketel Marte is hot. He batted .586 at 3 home runs and drove in 12 runs over the last week. Don't let your AC strike out this summer. Petro's tune-up and repair team has you covered. Go with your local HVAC pros. Go with Petro. For special offers, go to petro.com. That's petro.com.
Hey, New York Knicks fans. Your Knicks are in the NBA Finals, and this July, some of your favorite Knicks stars are headed to Fanatics Fest NYC. Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, and more will be live at the world's #1 sports fan festival, returning to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th. With 500-plus athletes, celebrities, and sports legends all under one roof, Fanatics Fest brings fans closer than ever with autographs, photo ops, live panels, and podcasts, exclusive merch drops, rare collectibles, and unforgettable fan experiences. Tickets are selling quickly, so grab yours now at fanaticsfest.com. And let's go Knicks!
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
The Spurs protected home court against OKC, setting up a Saturday night special with a trip to the NBA Finals on the line. The wait continues for Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, but there's nothing better than a high-stakes Game 7 as the season hangs in the balance. The latest breaking Knicks news, the biggest Knicks opinions, and the most trusted voices delivering them all live here. Your home for New York sports is 101.9 FM, WFAN.
Summer starts behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz at the Mercedes-Benz of Edison Memorial Day sales event. Shop over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience Ray Katina customer service, and you'll see why Mercedes-Benz of Edison earned the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? You know, 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Whether you root for the Mets, Yanks, or another squad, there's one destination every baseball fan needs to hit. The MLB flagship store in the heart of Midtown, featuring gear from your favorite team. Whether you're customizing a jersey or finding the perfect fit at our unrivaled wall of caps, they're your ultimate baseball headquarters. Score the latest limited edition drops, browse our bobblehead collection, and shop the massive vault of Topps trading cards. The spirit of the game vibes all year long at the MLB flagship flagship store at 6th Avenue and 51st Street. MLB trademarks used with permission.
Introducing Super Light, a refreshing vodka plus aid made with premium vodka inspired by your favorite classic sports drink flavors. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light is here to fuel the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
As a part of the North to Shore Festival, don't miss 5-time Grammy-nominated Joe Bonamassa live in concert on June 28th at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Every show is a new experience with blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa live in concert at NJ Pack on June 28th.
Whoa, okay. This one says you get a free phone if you switch. Hey, this one also says you get a free phone if you switch.
Yeah, they all do, hon.
The T-Mobile one says their customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years. And their latest experience plans have Netflix included, plus a year of Dash Pass by DoorDash.
Hang on, let me see that. Oh yeah, we're switching.
That's what I'm talking about. Do we clap now or...
At T-Mobile, get savings that keep stacking up. That's value you can feel every day. And right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile and we'll give you $400 when you switch.
The Mets are burning down again. Another night, another sob. Somebody check the office door. How does David Stern still have a job? How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? The Mets are a dumpster fire. The boy genius looks like a fraud. Cohen spent the money. Queens got stuck with the sobs. Somebody ask Harvard, how does David Stern still have a job? Here comes the man from Milwaukee with a spreadsheet and a grin. Said he'd bring smart baseball to Queens.
The lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There's so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' refreshers are fruit flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Welcome back here on this beautiful Friday. It is Evan and Tiki as we take you till 2 o'clock this afternoon. We have baseball returning after a little bit of a respite yesterday, which I got to tell you, I appreciated. I needed like a baseball respite because as someone that watches the Mets every single day, it's like, I need a break. I need to get away from it.
Yeah.
So that was nice. For Yankee fans, you're like, give me more baseball, and you'll get it tonight as they go to Sacramento to take on the A's. The Mets are at home against the Miami Marlins. We'll talk to CP, the Fanchise, coming up at 12 noon. Are you able to play the newest hit song, Sean, or are you incapable of it?
What kind of question is that?
I'm just making sure. So
I'm aware.
Okay, so the other day, I guess it was actually a few weeks ago, I debuted a song questioning how Sean Marks still has a job.
How does Sean Marks still have a job?
And that inspired people to say, well, there's others in New York that we should write those songs about, including Chris Jury. And I received an email from a loyal listener. I keep forgetting to write this man's names down because he was great, who wrote a How Does Chris Jury Still Have a Job
And
song.
it was fantastic.
It was fantastic. Well, there's a new installment. How does Sean Morash still have a job?
Oh, that's not what I thought you were playing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the hit debut of the brand new song, How Does Sean Morash Still Have a Job?
How does Sean Morash still have a job? How does Sean Morash still have a job? No, really, how does Sean still have a job? A terrible bullboard op, a giant shill, a Knicks troll sent by God. He's got meatball grease on the soundboard and blue cheese in the ox. Somebody call engineering. How does Sean Morash still have a job? He'll defend the Giants like a...
That's great.
What'd you think of that one?
Yeah, it was solid.
It was solid. I wish I knew that was coming before. I forgot to play the rejoin music.
Okay, so do you want the other, how does this person still have a job?
The one that I was prepared for, yeah.
Yeah, I threw him off. Because there was a Sean Morash one, but there's also one for
the man from Milwaukee.
David Stearns.
It's because we love you, Sean. That one, it's invalidated.
No, of course.
Yeah, I think that one was with love.
Forget we heard it. We can throw that one in the trash
I
can.
approach it like a roast. Everything's fair game.
I think the one for Sean Marks and the one for Chris Jury is like legitimate Net and Ranger fans looking at the Knicks and saying, hey, our guy sucks. How does he still have
There's
a job?
lots of evidence. The songs have plenty of fodder to draw from.
No doubt. And I think a majority of those fan bases feel that way. The man from Milwaukee is a little different.
The man from Milwaukee.
Because he doesn't have that same long track record, but this has been bad. I mean, the Mets have been a bad team.
Piss poor hitting.
So, yes, there were many who, when they heard the Sean Marks song and the Chris Drury song, were like, hey, we need one for David Stearns. So, ladies and gentlemen, we call it, How Does the Man from Milwaukee Still Have a Job?
Steve waited years for the man from Milwaukee. Boy, a genius savior, a NY Mets fan. Now City feels half asleep by inning 3. Another summer of misery. Buck got fired, Pete got burned. Loyalty, a lesson this front office never learned. Squirrel's gone, Nimmo too. Diaz joined the Dodger blue, and the offense dies by inning 2. They said run prevention, clean up the game, but the errors and losses still look the same. Why does David Stearns still have a job? Why does David Stearns still have a job?
This is catchy.
10 games under and the whole thing's lost. LD offense, no heart, no spark. Why does David Stearns still have a job?
I like that. I gotta tell you that one
is snuck in the LD offense, which is amazing.
Like that. That one is very catchy.
Late 90s sitcom intro.
No doubt. That's what it feels like. It feels like Friends.
No doubt. Like that could be the beginning of a TV show about how bad the Mets are. That would be the intro.
The slow look of David Stearns smiling at the camera as they show him.
Do you think someone would get fired if they accidentally played this like in the 3rd inning of the Met game in between innings? Do you think that would be a fireable offense?
What if like Juan Soto wanted that as his warm-up music? Would that be allowed?
Well, I mean, if Juan Soto wants it, he could probably get away with it. But yeah, I would just be curious. Like if anyone who works for the Mets accidentally played that, that would be a problem, you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? Okay.
Even though, you think he would laugh it off?
David Stearns?
Yeah. Or would he take it seriously? Like, is he mad and pissed off at you right now?
Is he mad and pissed off at me?
Yeah.
I don't think he's mad and pissed off at me.
For playing that song.
He should be mad and pissed off at himself. No, what I think with David Stearns, and he has said this to me, I don't know if I believe him, but it's a good answer. He says he doesn't listen to anything. He doesn't check social media. He's not listening to this radio station. Now, he grew up listening to this radio station, but it was very different. It wasn't talking about him.
Right.
And I think you would do this as a former athlete. I think you would advise anybody with the Giants, don't listen to us.
No.
Not because we're bad necessarily, but because you don't want to hear about
You're
yourself.
going to become a topic of a discussion, and you're not going to always like what is said about you.
Of course.
So, yeah, don't listen.
So I think there's a really good chance that David Stearns, to his credit, is doing a good job of not hearing what the critics are saying.
Right.
Now, I think he surmises what the critics are saying. Like, he has an idea. He wouldn't be surprised that this is the conversation around them. But no, I think he's smart enough to know that you don't listen to what the peons say around you. And I guess in his brain, me and everyone else who's a fan and pays big money, we're peons. Hey, look, I'll be there tonight. I got to get my Bobby Valentine disguise giveaway.
Oh, is that tonight?
That's tonight.
Wow.
Tonight is a great night at Citi Field. I don't know if they're going to win or not. They've got Bobby Valentine disguise night and fireworks. Now that's a combo.
Are you taking Jet?
I'm taking my youngest. I'm taking Spence.
Spence.
Oh, he's pumped up. Pumped up.
Is Jet upset?
No, he understands the deal. Like, we have to be fair about this. First of all, and I think most parents will understand this, they fight constantly. So taking them both to a game is like a suicide mission.
Right.
Very tough to pull off. So I split it up in a fair way. And Spence hasn't had a firework night. So he gets a firework night. Jet had the other firework night. He got a firework night. And the Bobby Valentine disguise, which I'm very excited about.
You think David Stearns will be there in a Bobby Valentine disguise?
That'd be great.
People will see him.
The man from Milwaukee.
I have a theory about Madison Square Garden. I need to get off my chest before we forget.
Go ahead.
I think they are faking events they had booked to try to just further have fun and promote that the Knicks are in the NBA Finals.
What do you mean by that?
For the second time in 3 days, they have tweeted that they have to move an event for the Knicks being in the NBA Finals, and I think they're making up acts. Let me read this to you. To back-to-back tweets from the official Garden Twitter account. Due to the New York Knicks NBA Finals game, the Forrest Frank performance, originally scheduled to take place at the Garden on Wednesday, June 10th, has been rescheduled to Thursday, June 11th. Tickets will be valid for the new show date and will need to be exchanged. Then they follow up 18 hours ago. Due to the potential New York Knicks Finals game, the Rosalia performance, originally scheduled to take place at the Garden on Tuesday, June 16th, is now rescheduled to Thursday, June 18th. Tickets will be valid for the new show date and will now not need to be exchanged. The same exact graphic. I've never heard of these acts.
Forrest Frank?
And the fact that they would be playing... The Garden is prestigious, right?
Yes.
I think the Garden is just making up band names to see who bites on this because they want to keep telling the world the Knicks are in the NBA Finals.
I've got good news and I got bad news.
That's hilarious.
The bad news is, or the good news is, I saw the same tweet and thought the exact same thing a few days ago about Forrest Frank.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
The bad news for you is I Googled Forrest Frank.
That's real?
Forrest Frank is an American songwriter and producer from Fallshear, Texas. He rose to fame as one half of the pop music duo Surfaces and went on to have further success as a solo performer of Christian music, as well as a member of the Christian music super duo Party Wave.
Okay.
So you're not familiar with Christian music.
No.
I'm not either.
Not my
But
genre.
when I heard Forrest Frank, I thought it was like a kid's act. I thought it was a guy who was a forest and would like tell kids songs. I had no idea as well, but I did look it up, and it is real, and it is spectacular.
Okay, so then I'm going to take it at face value that Rosalia is real too. I guess my point would be, we all have been to like big events at Madison Square Garden. These groups are selling out Madison Square Garden.
Christian music.
To be able to play the Garden?
Didn't Fish always sell out the Garden? They used to play Christian music.
Yeah, but Fish is like a jam
It became
band.
more mainstream.
Yeah.
These other ones aren't. I don't know. I don't know Forrest Frank either.
Everyone's got a fan base. Of course, think about that.
It makes me feel better that you thought the same thing.
No,
But now I've seen the Rosalia tweet. I'm like, is this a troll job the Garden's doing?
So I didn't see the second one, but when I saw the Forrest Frank concert being canceled, my gut was, I have no idea who that is. Now, I didn't think that they were making up acts. I was more like, what's that? And again, I assumed it was a kid act.
I didn't until this one. Now when I saw this one, I'm like, oh, this might be a running bit they're doing.
Yeah, no, it's not. Real person, Forrest Frank. And he has a bunch of concerts. The concert for Thursday, June 11th. So he had two at the Garden, June 10th and June 11th.
He's selling 2 dates at the Garden, Forrest Frank?
He had
Is
two.
he the Eric Wagaman of music?
He had 2 Garden dates. So I assume that he'll still do the second one, obviously, on that Thursday. But the one on Wednesday, which coincides with Game 4, he won't do.
Wow. Okay. I had to get that off my chest.
No, I'm glad. And I was there to give you the information. Let's go to Mike in Cranford, New Jersey. Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys. How are you? I really enjoy your show. I had a quick question. Now that Wemby is going to be the face of the league, I saw him at the press conference last night, and he skipped the one after the previous game.
Yep.
I don't know. I want to get your guys' take. He seems like he's a little annoyed. He seems a little, I don't want to use any bad terms. Maybe it's the language barrier. I wanted to get your guys' take on Wemby being the face of the league and maybe getting some lessons in how to deal with the media and how to seem more engaged in the conversation.
I think what's going on is he's very young. He's still likable to most of us because they haven't won a million championships. And so he's going to get a free pass. Eventually that pass is going to go away because what he did the other night of skipping the media, okay, fine. He got fined for it. Last night he left his post-game interview early. And then at the press conference was giving a lot of curt one-worded answers. Like he was asked, hey, you made a speech to your teammates before the game. What'd you say? And he says, I don't remember. And he moves on. So I think what's going to happen is right now we're all kind of looking at it.
Why is he so mercurial like that? Why is he being this way?
It's a great question.
What happened? I don't remember this being a talking point about him for any of the regular season. Right? You know, or really any of his career.
I don't think we were paying enough attention to it. He's only been in the league for 30 seconds. And I don't think his press conferences were big deals. Now they're bigger deals.
Yeah, you're in the Western Conference Finals. It's a big deal.
And people like him. And the way this goes with NBA superstars, unless you're Steph Curry, is that you get liked for a while and then you get hated. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this. LeBron was loved. LeBron was beloved.
Yeah, and then he started jumping around and
that was it.
Being winning.
No, it's the decision.
Yeah.
I think that was the clear line of demarcation.
Oh, no doubt.
I think Kevin Durant was beloved early on. And then the jumping around, it was kind of the same thing.
But I still feel like Kevin Durant's still kind of loved.
No, he's not. By who?
I think you're biased because you're a Nets fan.
I actually like Kevin Durant, so no, I'm not biased. I don't have ill will towards him the way others do. I just don't think anybody likes him. Who likes him?
I feel like everybody likes Kevin.
Who's everybody?
He just feels harmless.
Well, harmless and likable are two very different things. But I think that Wemby eventually will lose the honeymoon, and I'll give you a great example of someone very similar to that. Giannis Antetokounmpo was, I think, pretty liked. Didn't really face a lot of heat, and then it started to turn for him.
There's no failure in sports.
And now, that's mocked. I'm asking for a trade. I'm not really asking for a trade has been mocked. And I think Giannis now takes a lot more heat from fans.
Yeah.
But early in his career, he was, not beloved may not be the right term, but it's okay.
Right.
It wasn't a big deal. But our last caller is spot on that Wemby is eventually going to have people turn on him. And I think he's got to at least try to be just a little bit better with the fans and the media.
Yeah, it feels,
otherwise, they'll turn on you quicker.
It feels really early for it to be turning on him. Because he's only been in the league for 3 years.
No. Isn't it 2 years now? Has it been 3 years?
Well, he missed the season, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Because I forgot what that was.
No, it's
Blood
3
clot?
years now. You're right.
Something like that. Something medical.
I forget now, man. These years just fly by, and I can't even remember. Yeah, his third year. Played 71 games in his rookie season. Was unbelievable.
Right.
They shut him down late last season because they were tanking. And, of course, that was rewarded by getting Dylan Harper. So good for the league. They really got it all. They got their head figured out.
They got it figured out.
And, obviously, this year we played the 64 games, one short of that number. Steve in South Jersey. What's up, Steve?
Hey, good morning. So, can you hear me okay? I'm in ShopRite. I couldn't wait that long.
We got you clear, man.
I was calling to tell Evan, your son is too young to tell him he can't be a Major League Baseball player. I mean, he's 9.
Yeah.
I mean, if your dad told you you're in the top 0.5% of a profession, if your dad said, hey, Evan, you can never be a sports talk radio host. Are you kidding? That would have broke your heart.
Yeah, but hold on. I said it in a way
But did you want to be a sports talk radio host?
Yeah, but wait, I didn't say it as you can't do it. I said you got to practice a lot more. You have to play and how difficult it is. So I was prefacing
It is difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when my son was 8 or 9, he played multiple sports. He played soccer. He played basketball, CER basketball, and he did multiple things. And then by the time you get to 12, 13, 14, he still loved baseball and he started to spend more time on baseball. But you control the purse strings, my friend. So if your kid isn't practicing, you don't say, well, you're not playing travel baseball. You got to be in your uniform and ready to go. You got to be practicing, or you don't.
I agree, and that's what I've said. I will pay any dollar to have my kids have the best chance at success.
Mm-hmm.
I will do anything, but they got to do it.
Yeah. But what, success in the short term or success in the long term?
No, I don't mean success in terms of anything. Like, if you love playing a sport and you want to play more of it, I will absolutely support you.
Yeah.
Like, my kids are still learning what they love. I think my oldest has learned that baseball and tennis have been the two sports. Swimming are like the sports he really likes. Basketball didn't click with him very much. We did basketball.
He's not tall enough.
It's not as simple as that.
I know it's not. But at that age, especially if you're one of the smaller kids, it's like, this sucks.
I do believe, though.
It's hard for even to get the basket to the ball.
No, I know.
Ball to the basket.
Yeah, that's funny. So my youngest, Spence, is a little bit shorter and loves basketball. Like, anytime you ask him what's your favorite sport, it's basketball. And still a Brooklyn Net fan, which is a miracle. And that's his biggest struggle, like getting the ball up to the hoop.
He ends up having to
feel
shoot.
bad.
He has to shoot from the hip, and that's just creating a bad habit.
Yeah. I'm just teaching him to be a ball handler like Kyrie.
Yeah, that's the best way to be.
And that's actually the comp I use, which I hate using, but he was a hell of a ball handler. Let's go to Mike in East Meadow. What's up, Mike?
Hey, I think I have a way to finally resolve the massive empty seats in Citi Field.
Yeah.
Have Uncle Stevie auction off a pair of Knicks tickets. Very simple. Make that advertisement. You will load that stadium I'm so tired of sitting there, just bored to tears.
That's great.
Empty as hell. Evan, I sit right behind you.
Nice.
My seats are right behind you, Ev.
Yeah.
I'm usually there next to your father.
All right.
But, and we just sit there and stare at the empty seats all over the place. He could easily afford this. Imagine the advertisement of how that place would be packed.
That's a very funny idea. Basically, he's saying, now Steve has season tickets to the Knicks. What if he said, anyone who comes to the game has a shot to win my tickets?
You're entered into a random drawing.
Yes, you're entered. I don't know if
love that.
He has to probably call Dolan and get approval, but because I don't know if you can, I don't think I can.
Is he courtside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
No, he couldn't. He's going to have to call Dolan.
Well, and I'm sure Dolan would be okay with it because I think they have good relationships.
He doesn't even have to auction those off. He has the money to buy a pair of tickets to any NBA Finals game.
Well, that too. But I'm talking about the courtside seats. Like, basically, here's the gimmick. This is the Steve Cohen gimmick. What a great idea by our last caller. If you go to the game tonight, so your ticket needs to be scanned, you are automatically entered in a contest. It'll be drawn in the 8th inning, so you can't leave early. And if you get called, you get Steve Cohen's 2 tickets to Game 3 of the NBA Finals. And then on Saturday, you do it for Game 4. Now, to his point, Tiki, is Citi Field sold out tonight?
No.
No? You don't think people would say, I'm going to enter the contest of getting courtside seats for the NBA Finals? Net value is like $100,000?
No.
I think you sell out.
I think you do well.
First weekend of summer, people are like, yeah, I'm going out to the Hamptons. I'm going down to the
But
shore.
not like hot shore weather yet.
True, but it is nice shore weather.
Yeah, but I think you're missing.
It's like comfortable shore weather.
True.
But you're missing the value of these Knicks tickets. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to this. I should bring it up because I don't know if anyone else is. I said on the air the other day that the Knicks are putting finals tickets on sale on Thursday to the general public. They never did that. And if you go to the Ticketmaster site, they say tickets are not on sale yet. We'll keep you posted. No one knows when they're going on sale. No one has any idea. So there's a mystery on how you could even buy these tickets.
Right.
If Steve Cohen says, you come to Citi Field, you're entered in a raffle. I think our caller's right. I think Citi Field is jammed. And you want to get even nuttier?
Let's get nuts.
It's actually not random. You have to scream the loudest, rooting for the Mets in a positive way.
Oh,
and there'll be people watching, and whoever gets the most into it.
Okay, 1984. Okay, big brother.
I think this is a very creative idea on how to let the dead Mets have some juice. And you're really just the nipple of the Knicks. I couldn't say the other words, but you know what I mean.
The nipple of the Knicks. This Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The NBA Board of Governors did vote overwhelmingly to change the NBA lottery rules yesterday. The 8 seeds in each conference now will get lottery balls, and the worst 3 teams in the league will have their odds lessened. It's good, though, for the NBA because now they can continue to just rig the thing anyway, and it'll be even harder to question. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
We'll talk Knicks basketball. CP, the Fanchise, will stop by in a couple of minutes. We'll take more of your calls as well. 888-808-1019. But have you ever wondered why Fanatics Sportsbook is America's fastest growing sportsbook? Other sportsbooks, well, their rewards are just the same old, but Fancash is the ultimate sports currency, and betting with Fanatics lets you stack Fancash. With Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get up to 10% Fancash back on your wagers. Win or lose, use your Fancash to unlock the world of Fanatics with unlimited profit boosts, exclusive merch, collectibles, game tickets.
Jet had a glove and a dream in his eyes. Said, Daddy, I'm gonna touch them big league skies. He saw Yankee Stadium lights shining bright. But Evan said, son, let's talk launch angle tonight. He brought out the spreadsheets, stats and the fear. Said your swing path is ugly and your future ain't clear. Jet said, Dad, I'm only 4, can I just have fun? Evan said, not if your OPS is a 101. Daddy killed my big league dream with a bycatch ran and a little league scream. I just wanted dirt stained sunflower seeds. He gave
gave me war charts and emotional needs. Now I'm crying in the outfield. Name like Game 7 of T-ball was a legacy game. The coach said, relax, he's still learning the sport. Evan said, this is exactly why we need Cohen and Court. Daddy killed my big league dream with a podcast rant and a little league scream. I just wanted bubble gum, cleats, and a chance. He gave me panic pressure and a scouting advance. Now I'm sitting by the dugout, sad as can be, while Dad yells. Even Mark Vientos had better hands than thee. Oh Lord, pour the Gatorade streams. It's Evan Roberts crushing his kids' MLB dreams. Someday Jed might grow up strong, hit a home or prove Dad wrong, but till that day he'll always know his first heckler was his old man in the front row. Daddy killed my big league dream, made Cooperstown feel like a busted scheme. I wanted wiffle balls under a summer moon. He said, son, your exit below peak too soon. Now I'm hanging up my glove at the age of 5. Guess I'll host a Mets pod just to stay alive. Oh Lord, it's a sad country theme. Evan Roberts crushed his kid Jets MLB dream. Yeah. Evan Roberts crushed his kid Jets MLB dream.
For 39 months?
Or buy and get 0% APR financing
for 60 months. No monthly payments for 90 days.
And here's another declaration. Ram is America's best full-size truck, complete with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Declare yours today at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of
exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number TN362106. MSRP $59,755. $48.88 due at signing plus tax, title, registration, and fees. $0 security deposit and 6/126.
Life can change suddenly without any warning whatsoever. When you're sidelined due to a debilitating personal injury, it's crucial to have a trusted team on your side. The Rothenberg Law Firm has over 50 years of spectacular courtroom experience, ensuring that you're not facing those obstacles alone. Winning and collecting billions for our clients, we are committed to helping you recover whatever you deserve. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888.
Be a lawyer for injured ones. InjuryLawyer.com.
Military Appreciation Month is a great time to recognize the people and families who served our country. And Verizon is saying thank you with special savings for military and veteran families. Verizon proudly supports those who serve with exclusive savings. Visit your local Verizon store today for special offers all month long.
The Black Crowes are coming to the Prudential Center, and WFAN has your chance to win your way in. Listen all week for your cue to call, and you can win a pair of tickets to see the Black Crowes at Prudential Center on June 20th. To purchase tickets, visit PruCenter.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch, presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365.
Noon 05 on the Fan. Welcome back, Evan and Tiki on it's not quite summer Friday. We're getting there. A couple of days left in the month of May, but it's also days before the New York Knicks finals for the very first time since 1999. And tomorrow night, we will find out who the opponent is. Will it be a rematch of 99 with Wemby and the Spurs, or will they try to dethrone the champion Oklahoma City Thunder? And then, of course, Wednesday night, wherever in Texas or Oklahoma, we get game one. And then a week after that, we'll get a finals game in New York City for the first time in 27 years. And joining us right now, I think Sean said it best off air. I'll say it on air. I'll steal it from him. One of the few Knicks fans I'm sort of happy for.
What does that mean?
Means I hate most Knicks fans, but this guy is okay. Check. CP the Fanchise. So congratulations, CP.
Yes, thank you, sir. How are you guys doing? Orange and blue skies out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it is euphoric in the city. Can you feel it? Can you feel the energy right now?
I can.
Okay.
I don't know.
He does, even though he doesn't want to admit it, CP.
And that's where I want to start today's show.
Yeah, what you got?
I want to start today's show. See, Barbara's with us, okay? He's with us.
Yeah.
Where do you stand? You talked about the Bobby Valentine disguise. You can't wear that to game one. Are you pulling up to the Garden? Are you with us? You can't be on the fence.
I will be at Madison Square Garden for game 3 of the NBA Finals 1,000%.
And doing what?
All right.
What will I be doing? I'll be watching a basketball game.
Will you be wearing the shirts that they put on the seat, the towel? Will you be waving your rally towel? Look, the Brooklyn Brigade can wait. Wait till the draft.
Right, they're not going to be mad at you. It's not like they're going to hate you.
What I will do, because I also went to game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I picked a good one to go to, right?
Yes.
I will go there dressed in whatever, regular Evan clothes, and I will politely watch a basketball game. I am not rooting for the Knicks. I never pretend that. I'm not going to outwardly scream and yell at you guys, but I'm a basketball lover, and I will be in the building smelling the electricity of the first finals game in 27 years. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Will you be in the building that day?
I will absolutely be in the building. But what I'm saying is, this is the time. See, the bandwagon is busted open. We can't control all the casuals that are coming in. So this is the time for you to step in.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because that's a great question.
Yes.
Can I step in and root? Did you root for the Nets game 7 against the Bucks?
Absolutely not.
So then why would you ask me to do the same?
No.
And by the way, I respect that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a hater, but I also, to your point, I feel the energy. And I respect the energy. And like I said, jokes aside, I'm happy for a lot of the diehards. When we did our show, the first show after you guys won the East, I started naming all the randoms that we all watched. You with Payne for the last 25 years.
Coaches included.
You know, and for that, it is a special moment. And I think it's even more special that you get the week to not overthink the finals. Like, you're not breaking down opponents. I mean, a little bit, but you get a chance to actually enjoy the moment, which is exciting for this city and exciting for Knicks fans.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of us, as you guys said, the preseason expectations was to get to this point.
1,000%.
What we didn't see was the dominance.
Right.
And that you're having week off into the Eastern Conference Finals, week off into the finals. They're dominating in every facet of the game, and that's been the beauty to watch because you're seeing a true contender in front of you right now.
Right.
No
Are you
doubt.
worried about Mitchell Robinson's pinky injury?
I was until I started getting the news trickling in. He had a little operation. He's planning to play for game 1. They're going to need him.
Right.
They're going to need him. Absolutely. So the thing about Mitch is that he's not sure-handed even when his hands are healthy. So we have to see if it's going to get taped off, if it's a splint, how he reacts to that.
When you first saw the news last night, because I think we all became pinky experts last night, like studying it.
Yeah.
Was your reaction, oh my God, this is us? Like, here we are in the NBA Finals, and we can't have good things?
We can never have nice things. It was a little too good. It was a little
you know
too
what,
hard to believe.
CP, I think this is my football mentality.
Yeah.
My initial thought was, it's just a pinky. It's just a pinky.
Right. Damian Woody says the same thing. He's like, I played with a club. Who
Football
cares?
players can't help it. Like, in your mind, it's just a pinky. It's all good. Tape it to your ring finger, and you'll be fine.
Couple of things before we get to their potential opponent and everything about this NBA Finals. You were in the building.
I was in the building.
For Game 4 in Cleveland. Now, I'm fascinated by a lot of things. First of all, how'd you get there? Was it a bus ride?
No, shout out to James Dolan and Chase. You know, they called me up. They said, hey, we need you here. for Game 4.
So they were the ones initiating it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't planning to go. I was not planning to go down to Cleveland. I don't like Cleveland. No disrespect to the people that live there.
No.
I'm sure it's a fine place for them. For me, it wasn't a business a couple years ago when I went. So I decided to pass. They called me, said, hey, we need you there. We're gassing up the jet. So we jumped out to Newark, and we made the trip.
Wow. So you got, how many guys went with you?
It was a full plane, full charter plane.
That's
full
awesome.
chartered plane.
So you're telling me that the owner of the Knicks said, I'm going to charter a plane of Knicks fans, led by you, the captain of Knicks fans, to go to Cleveland, Ohio?
Yeah.
Well, don't be surprised. That's what Cleveland did with Dan Gilbert in the Detroit series.
Yeah.
He did the same thing. He chartered a plane and took them all up to Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know why that feels different.
That's what owners are supposed to do.
No, I commend it. I'm not knocking it. I'm just like, wow.
We want a presence.
Now, in that building, because we're hearing it on TV, and I always say this about when you watch something on TV, you never know, whether it's the mic levels or just our own perception of it. In the building, how many Knicks fans do you think were there?
A ton. I was seeing fans like from here that didn't come on the trip with us that were down there, or fans that we've seen along the journey, like from city to city. It was packed. And you could hear it when they would try to drown us out with the PA announcement and the music. But make no mistake, we killed it in there. It was MSG Midwest by the first quarter.
Was it like 60-40, 70-30? How would you guesstimate that breakdown was?
I would say it's close to 60-40, man. Wow. I would say it was close to 60-40.
That's not going to be the same in Oklahoma City or San Antonio. There's no way.
No
way it'll be. And first of all, I don't know if the Knicks fans will travel. It's a harder flight.
They will travel. Even Cleveland's kind of a hard fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a hard fight. But the Knicks fan will travel. But OKC and San Antonio, you're talking about two rabid fan base. They wear the shirts. We don't wear the shirts. They wear the shirts. So it's going to be a hard ticket as well.
By the way, I forget who wrote it. It may have been in the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times, one of those smart papers where they were analyzing why Knicks fans don't wear the shirts and every other fan base wears the shirts.
Yeah.
What is your reasoning for that?
I mean, for me, like, I'm already planning to come in with a jersey of choice. It might be a Brunson jersey. I might pay homage to Ewing. If I'm on the road, I'm going with Mitchell Robinson because he typically plays well when I wear that jersey. So I already have in my mind how I'm coming through with my unit. So when the shirt's there, it's like, all right, this is a nice gesture. I'll bring it home for a little man or I'll give it away to a fan. We usually give it away to the people who aren't fortunate enough to be there. So that's just typically the thing. You come in with your outfit.
We're too good for those shirts.
Yeah.
No, I feel the same way because even back in the day, like with the Mets, they put the shirts there. I would never wear
You also
them.
don't want to jinx it. Like you almost feel like it's you're not used to it, so you don't do it.
Yeah.
I think here's the other question I have for you because we deal with this as football players. You win the championship game, you got to wait 2 weeks. It sucks. It's a long grind. It usually doesn't happen in basketball because the conference finals kind of end around the same time. This isn't. So is this wait agonizing or is it like the breath of air that you needed?
Both. I needed the rest badly, man, to be honest with you. But, it's also an opportunity to create the content, to talk about the team, to dissect this potential finals matchup in many different ways. And I'm sure for the players, it's a chance for them to watch film, to break down an OKC who's kind of dominated them over the last 2 years, look at the different ways they can beat them. So I think it's much needed, the rest.
You said something at the top, and we were playing our old predictions from the beginning of the season, and they're fascinating because, what did we think in October? And I was, doing a dance because I picked the Knicks to go to the finals. And I'm like, look at me, I got it right. And Tiki made a point. He's like, yeah, you picked them to go to the finals, but you didn't pick it like this. You didn't have them dominating.
Right.
Is that the most stunning part of this? Because them going to the finals was, like you said, that was the bare minimum when you make a coaching change after losing in the conference finals.
Yeah.
How about how they've done it over the last few weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the biggest thing because if you look at the regular season, my thing was when a lot of people are like, this isn't it. This team's not making it. We didn't give enough grace for them to get it together. New coach, new system, getting acclimated, the chemistry. We never do. So that's what my thought was like, wait until the end of the playoffs and we'll evaluate everything. The coach, the players, and how they did. But to see how it's come together, the dominance, it's like the Celtics were a few years ago. It's like OKC was a few years ago in terms of the historic net ratings, the way that they're running teams out of the gym. You didn't see that in the regular season. No. They couldn't beat OKC. They couldn't beat Detroit. They got ran out of the building by those teams. But now they're looking like those
I think
teams.
one of the interesting things is we know the Tom Thibodeau era and what it meant for this team. And there was some value in it. But Mike Brown comes in. They immediately look like a different team in the postseason, which is it makes that Tibbs comparison glaring.
Yeah.
How does Tibbs fit into the story?
Tibbs laid the foundation. He set the culture here. You have to give him that credit.
Right.
You know, they made a lot of milestones. They achieved a lot under Tibbs and making the playoffs, getting to the Eastern Conference Finals and all that. He deserves that, but the one knock on Tibbs was that it was too much my way or the highway. And Mike Brown is coming from day one and shown the ability to work with everybody, with the assistant coaches. You look at the huddles in all these timeouts. It's Chris Gent, the offensive coordinator. He's drawing the plays. When it was Tibbs' day, you didn't see any. Rick Brunson was not sitting in that seat, or Darren Erman. Those guys were not sitting in that seat. It was Tibbs.
And it goes back to what I guess is a part of the story now, Game 4 against Atlanta, when Cat goes to to Mike Brown and says, hey, I got an idea on how we could change this offense. That's not happening in the Tibbs era.
Yeah.
And so you saw, and even yesterday during Mike Brown's press conference, he was talking about, I came in, I had a system, I had a plan, and then I saw some of it didn't work.
Right.
Like, there's an openness to change that. And not to knock Tibbs, because you laid it out perfectly. Yeah. They're not here without him.
No.
He's a part of the foundation. But the openness to changes, I think, is a part of what's made Mike Brown work so well here.
And as a coach that has been shown the door so many times, it behooved him to change it up a little bit.
Be adaptable.
Be adaptable. And I keep going back to that quote from Karl Anthony Towns at the beginning of the season when he was like, I'm absolutely lost right now in this system. Right. And then at the end, the Eastern Conference Finals Game 4 press conference, he says, look, we now know each other's language. We're speaking the same language. We're on the same page. He's adapted to us. We've adapted to him. That's a beautiful story, man.
If you had to pick, because this has been such a weird run in that they haven't lost it a month. A lot of the games have been blowouts.
Yeah.
What to you is the most iconic moment so far of this run that they've been on?
Game 1, ECF.
Which moment in that Game 1? Because that was unbelievable.
I'll tell you the exact moment was when Brunson, they're down 12. And it's about 5 minutes left, and he's making his furies, and he cuts it to 10. He cuts it to 8. I lean over to my wife and said, the 3-ball is coming. You know, the patented Jalen Brunson elbow 3. He shoots that 3. The Garden is going crazy. They're down by 5. That's when you believe, okay, this comeback, it's not the fake Nick comeback where you're like, all right. You know, it's real. Right. And by that 3:20, the roof explodes. The Shamet shot, they go crazy. And once you went into overtime, you knew the game was over and pretty much the series was over.
100%.
Somehow they've made 2 consecutive teams quit.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen against OKC or San Antonio.
Yeah.
So are they – it makes you start wondering, are they ready for the challenge that's coming? Because they haven't had it since the Atlanta series where they really got pushed into something. And so – the rest is fantastic. The easy route it makes you feel confident. But there's also this lurking vulnerability because of, I don't want to say easy because that's just the wrong word to use. But you know what? I'm using it because it's easiest to use. It was easy for them.
Yeah.
With Cleveland laid down. They quit in middle of
but
game
the
2.
Knicks
They quit.
made them lay down.
That's
the part of a tap out.
I agreed. They're not. I don't care what they do to OKC or San Antonio.
Yeah,
they're not laying down.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the danger I feel. Because they've just gotten used to being dominant. It's not going to happen in the NBA Finals.
It's going to be hard to kill both those teams. The dogfight is definitely coming. From the Knicks, what I will give them is that they've developed that killer instinct. You know, Game 6 against Atlanta, the blowout. Game 4 against Philly, sweeping the Cavs. That Game 3 loss against Atlanta, that was their wake-up call.
Right.
And so I think they have that killer instinct. They have a number of guys with significant playoff experience that they're tapping into. And my biggest thing with this team, fellas, is their defense.
Yeah.
We can talk about all the historic offense. Their defense has been championship caliber, and that's what I think they can lean on.
In that run against Cleveland in Game 1, that's where it started.
Right.
And this will make you feel good because I'm in the building for Game 1. So I got to experience all of it. Like, felt pretty good with 9 minutes to go looking around the building, and you guys were looking for a reason to cheer, desperation for cheering. The moment where I sat there with the pit in my stomach saying, oh, my God, I'm watching a historical comeback, was the Mikal Bridges 3, in which it was a prayer in the corner, and it cut it to 3, if memory serves correct. It was a 6-point game, dead possession. He saves it by hitting a 3. That's when I said, holy bleep, they're going to come back. And that man himself, and I've said this on the air, I'm sure you've said it, the debate is over. He was worth the picks.
Yeah.
Even if you lose the NBA Finals, and maybe that's my loser mentality with Cespedes, like that trade was great, we got to the World Series. You're not in the NBA Finals without him, and I think all of the big moments he's had and the way he's played, the bleep dem picks moniker, it's done.
It's out the window.
It's out the window.
It's out the window. He almost got him to the finals last year.
Yeah.
Based on his heroics. patience. We needed to have patience for this, but he's been lights out. You look at the defense that he played on Nikhil Alexander-Walker, the most improved player. Tyrese Maxey. I mean, literally put him in a crib. And the thing about the Knicks, where they're getting the most out of Mikal Bridges, is they played very fast, much faster in those last two series. They're leading the playoffs in fast break points, and that's Mikal Bridges' game.
Here's what's crazy about Mikal Bridges, because I ripped him a lot. I think I was on with you talking about it, and I wasn't being unfair. I was describing what I saw. He doesn't want contact, doesn't go to the basket. His defense wasn't as great as we remember. It's obviously changed.
Yeah, maybe he's just holding back until he gets to the postseason.
Is that it?
I mean,
Is that the? Is he one of those guys you think who just switch time?
It seems to be part of it. When you go back to the comment that he had about playing a lot of minutes last year, and he's played it. He's the NBA's Iron Man right now. So I think it's part of him learning how to pace himself, knowing how to take care of his body. But when it's playoff time, he's a playoff riser. But that's what those Villanova guys are, right?
Yeah.
From Brunson to Hart to Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, those guys tend to elevate their game in the brightest spots.
Which one of these two Western Conference teams would you rather face?
Spurs. Spurs.
Why?
Inexperience. Very turnover prone, which feeds into the Knicks' defensive hands and the Knicks' strengths right now, and their lack of consistent shooting, especially when Wemby goes to the bench. They have Champagnie. Their guard play is electric, but I'm going with the inexperience. I think the Knicks have a better matchup against the Spurs.
So who do you think they're facing then? Because this is a big Game 7. I mean, it's huge.
This
Game
is
7.
huge.
And hopefully it's more like Game 1 than Games 2 through 6, which have been blowouts
The
in either way.
series has mostly sucked. If we're being honest.
It's been brutal.
Right, so you just don't want to watch it. Those late starts, you're like, all right, whatever, this game's over.
It's been brutal. I'm still going to give the Thunder the edge at home. I'm not expecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to go 6 of 18 with 15 points. But at home, that's when your role players step up. Your Jared McCains, your Carusos, the Lou Dorts of the world, those guys who didn't have a good game in San Antonio, I think they'll step up at home.
From a basketball standpoint, I think everyone has universally agreed with this. Yes, of course you'd rather play the Spurs. So there's no doubt about it. The only Knicks fan that says, I want the Thunder, and I respect it even if I disagree with it, is give me the defending champ. I want to beat the best. I don't want there to be any excuses from the haters in the media.
But hold on, Evan.
I don't view it that way,
You've
but
also seen the league's MVP play like crap.
Yeah, he's been terrible this year.
He's been terrible.
Yeah.
And so I almost feel like, give me that SGA. I'll take on that
But
SGA.
to your point,
I know Jalen Brunson will outplay that SGA.
Fair, but to your point, it's the second thing you said about the whole Spur Thunder thing. It's the inexperience. And look, I admit I'm wrong. I didn't even think they'd get to the Western Conference Finals. I figured their youth and inexperience would hurt them earlier on. Right. But I would still take that kind of risk versus say what you want about them right now, and they've got their issues. Jalen Williams did not look the same last night. We know about A.J. Mitchell still being out, and SGA's playing like crap. All that's fair. They're still the defending champions. Like, that's, to me, where that inexperience thing that you brought up, that's like the biggest reason.
There's defenses. They still play defense at a high level. And you look at all the games that they beat the Spurs, they scored like 20 points off of turnovers.
Right.
That's where the Thunder's dangerous with Cason Wallace and Lou Dort.
They can run.
But the Jalen Williams injury, he looked terrible last night. He had no lift, no burst. And with A.J. Mitchell, calf injuries, those can linger. So the Thunder are vulnerable, but I still give them a slight edge there at home to take Game 7.
We'll go into more detail next on the Knicks finals opponent, how that series will be laid out, what we expect. Got a lot to talk about. CP, the franchise here on the Fan. Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash till 2 o'clock.
I'm always incredibly busy juggling life and family and travel, so knowing my family is safe, especially when I'm not with them, is of paramount importance. That's why I turn to our partners at Slomin's, who recently installed the Slomin Shield Link system. It's a smart home security solution combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind, and I can manage it right from my phone. The best part is that I have control over all of my doors, so whether or not my kids forget to lock the back door, or I just need to look at the doorbell camera to see who's delivering something to my house, I can do it right from my phone and talk to them right through my phone. The technicians at Slomin's will set it up exactly how you want it. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Slomin's Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
Who's Hot in Baseball, sponsored by Petro Home Services. Arizona's Ketel Marte is hot. He batted .586 at 3 home runs, drove in 12 runs over the last week. Don't let your AC strike out this summer. Petro's tune-up and repair team has you covered. Go with your local HVAC pros. Go with Petro for special offers. Go to petro.com, Petro.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by your local Mazda dealer.
First pitch swung on, deep drive.
The Yankees head west to play the A's. 9:40 tonight.
It is gone, a home run.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the action. The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan. 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always available en Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the Odyssey app.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you balance of style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises. Score our John Starks special this month. A Kia Sportage for just $333 a month with just $3 due at signing. That's right. All threes. It's my favorite number. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Expires June 1st.
MSC Cruises Memorial Day sale is here. For a limited time, get up to 40% off cruises plus kids sail free. Experience MSC Cruises' signature blend of European style and American comfort, from global flavors to Broadway-style shows and more. Book your next holiday to must-see destinations like the Caribbean, Alaska, and beyond. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
I've got to share this. Nugenix Total T2 has been a game changer in helping boost total testosterone. My energy is up. I feel leaner, stronger, and more like myself again. Nugenix Total T2 uses a brand new formula fueling performance in and out of the gym. Join the thousands of men who are seeing results.
Text MAIN to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2. MAIN to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Many tire dealers will sell you Falcon tires, but Town Fair Tire doesn't just sell Falcon tires, they sell them at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, they give you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. That's an unbeatable deal only Town Fair Tire can offer, because Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Chuck McDowell here with Red Pocket Mobile. How long have you been stuck with the same phone plan? 2 years? 5? 10? Are you tired of surprise fees and confusing bills that never match what you thought you were paying? Cut the nonsense.
Right now at redpocket.com, new and existing customers adding a line can get our premium 5G plan for just $5 a month. That's only $60 a year.
And here's the kicker. Red Pocket Mobile gives you access to all 3 5G networks. You pick the one that works best where you live or work, or switch anytime for better coverage. And with Red Pocket, you keep your phone and your number. Why in the world would you not switch? Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Celebrate Memorial Day with big savings from Red Pocket Mobile. Right now, new and existing customers can get our premium 5G plan for just $5 a month. Just $60 a year and choose from all 3 major 5G networks with one locked-in low price at redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com. redpocket.com.
Slater Schulman, 488 Madison Avenue, New York, New York. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Attention, former female inmates of Rikers Island Prison in New York City. If you were sexually abused at Rikers Island at any time in the past, no matter how long ago, now is the time to come forward. The new city GMVA law temporarily removes the time restrictions to take legal action, and you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were incarcerated at Rikers Island at any time and were forced into sex with guards or subjected to any sexual misconduct, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Even inmates who willingly participated in sexual relationships with guards can pursue justice, as this is illegal under New York state law. Call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline now at 800-384-0186. But hurry, there is a deadline to file your case. Call now to get the justice and financial settlement you deserve. Call right now at 800-384-0186. 800-384-0186.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Perhaps this year was meant to be for Mike Breen, calling the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals. We found that in an interview yesterday. Mike Breen was offered the opportunity to call the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT by Kevin Harlan a year ago so that Breen could be on microphone should the Knicks have clinched go to the finals, and Breen declined, sticking with the Oklahoma City Thunder series.
Wow. Now, did he do that out of...
He just knew.
No, I don't think he knew they were going to lose. I think it was more...
Well, he knew they were compromised going into that.
No, first of all, they weren't. Not last year. I think that's Mike Breen just being a classy professional. I mean, that's what he is. Like, this is my assignment. I'm going to do my assignment, and that's it. Like, he didn't work for TNT, so it would have been a weird kind of contractual thing. This is natural. Like, Mike Breen naturally called the Eastern Conference Finals. He's going to naturally call the NBA Finals, and he may give you a triple bang, CP. It's very possible. He's opened up the door to the first ever triple bang if a Knick player hits a game-winning shot in the finals. So.
I'm happy for him. And the announce team has gotten a major upgrade with Tim Legler. Richard Jefferson, your guy Jefferson. He's
he's good.
He's like comic relief. I gotta get him out. Legler brings a little seriousness to the broadcast.
RJ's like me. We're open. We don't like you, but we try to be fair. And I think RJ actually is fair, but he's also honest. Like, and I appreciate this. Yeah, I didn't like the Knicks. They played in the same town and got no talent. Like, it makes sense.
Even during the trophy ceremony, because we're right behind the desk now.
Yeah.
We moved down, as I told you the story. And he's like, oh, now he's claiming the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, oh, we've got rings. You guys still have work to do. Come on, OJ.
I mean, he did win a title there.
Oh, come on, man.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
but it's not a moment to talk trash. Seriously, man.
That's RJ. We're in our glory. He's throwing
You just
water on
got
us. Come on,
swept out of the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's just
and you're
RJ.
like, we got rings.
Yes.
Come back when you got yours.
Exactly.
Like, come on, dude.
That's RJ being RJ.
Yeah.
All right, what do you expect? Now, obviously, you mentioned it before. You could rewind on the Odyssey app if you missed any of it. We're talking to CP, the franchise, that you'd prefer the San Antonio Spurs. I think most Knicks fans would say that. What do you think happens? Because this series has been very strange. SGA is shooting like 36%. He's been awful. The Thunder obviously compromised with the injuries they're dealing with. Wemby had a huge bounce-back game. What do you almost expect to happen in Game 7?
Like I said, I think the Thunder are going to take it, and they're going to go back to leaning on their defense. That's been their calling card to winning these games in that series, so far in the series, is forcing Stephon Castle and the Spurs to turn the ball over and get those easy points. Also attacking the glass with Chet, with my guy Isaiah Hartenstein, getting those second chance opportunities and turning those into three-point shots. That's where the Jared McCains and those guys start to turn up a bit. And I can't imagine SGA shooting that poorly. Now, the Spurs have had an answer for him in Carter Bryant. I mean, that rookie, he's stepping up. He's built like OG Anunoby, and he's been very physical with SGA. But as SGA said last night in the presser, those are the shots that he takes. He just misfired last night.
So we talked about it with, I think, both the 76ers and the Cavaliers series, how fatigue eventually catches up with you. When you play multiple 7-game series in a row, it catches up to you. And by the way, we saw that in the Cleveland series. It just had dead legs. They couldn't make any 3-point shots. You're short all the time. Is that going to be a factor in this series as well? Because this is a grind series for these two teams, even though they've been blowouts and they're mostly resting in the fourth quarter. But it's still 7 games.
What I saw last night, that was a barroom brawl. Give credit to the referees. I thought they let them play. I mean, you remember the play where it was Devin Vassell. He gets the block on Chet Holmgren. Then he pushes him, and things get chippy, and the referees didn't call anything. I'm sitting back like, this is amazing.
How it's supposed to be.
How it's supposed to be. But you did see the fatigue set in that game as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who has the legs in Game 7. But again, advantage Knicks.
Yes.
Advantage Knicks.
Even though if you add it up, like let's say the Thunder win, which is like the assumption we have, they will have only played one more postseason game than the Knicks.
Right.
Because they flew through the opening rounds as well. Now, it's more recent games, and so that probably plays a role in it, but the Thunder will also not have played nearly as much as some of these other teams. But the SGA defense, like, do you think you take a kind of a page away from San Antonio, try to get physical with him, have OG Anunoby have that assignment a lot? How do you target SGA?
Starting Mikal Bridges. He's earned that. I got to put OG on Chet Holmgren to take him out. You put Cat on Isaiah Hartenstein, and then you'll have Brunson guard Lou Dort, and then Hart would most likely guard if most likely Jared McCain. But I would start with Mikal Bridges on SGA. I love the defense that he's played in the playoffs so far. He's been very good at navigating those screens. The Knicks have been shifting those pick and rolls closer to the sideline, icing the pick and roll coverages, so he has help there. And I think their rotations, by and large, has been really good.
I think so much of this series is going to come down to the reffing of you just mentioned it for the Game 6, but the reffing of this game because of the blatant and egregious flopping of SGA. How do the Knicks mitigate that?
Yeah. You keep Tony Brothers away from the game. Give me Zach Sarver. I'll even take the extender, in Game 7. It's Scott Foster. Keep Tony Brothers away from the game. But, in watching Mikal Bridges on his defense with James Harden, James Harden is one of those guys who's very crafty at drawing fouls.
He's just slower.
Now he's slower. Now he's a shell of himself.
Right.
But Mikal Bridges, I feel like his defense has been quite disciplined. But for one, the Knicks, they have to keep it out of their heads because especially with Josh Hart's concerned and Karl Anthony Towns are concerned, when the referees are against them, they kind of check out a little bit. So Mike Brown has talked about that all year long. They have to channel that energy on the court.
Yeah, we haven't seen it much in the postseason, but in the regular season, how many times were you probably screaming at the TV about Cat, can you get back on defense? Because he's still there bitching about not getting a call or getting called for chippy fouls and getting himself in a foul trouble. That's part of the concern with SGA, too. Not just getting to the free throw line being the merchant that he is, but getting guys in a foul trouble, which he's capable of doing.
And that's the thing that you haven't heard all postseason. The question was, can the Knicks win with their two guys in Brunson and Towns being the defensive vulnerabilities? But they haven't. I think their defense has been good. Karl Anthony Towns leading the team in defensive rating. top 5 in the league in defensive rating in the playoffs so far. So he's been really good. You have to give him a lot of credit there.
Incredible. The injuries with Jalen Williams being out, and I don't know about A.J. Mitchell, because you mentioned it before the break, the calf issue. I assume he'll try to play at some point in the finals, but I don't know what they're going to be. Can you almost assume that we're not going to see those guys near the level?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
It just feels so risky, especially with a calf.
Yeah.
For basketball players, I joked with you when Juan Soto hurt his calf. I was like, Achilles.
Yeah.
Baseball that doesn't really translate like that, but basketball, it feels like that means your Achilles is weakened, and because all the jumping. I mean, it's jumping and on hard courts. I don't know if it's worth the risk. Now he might want to play, but I don't know if it's prudent for him to play.
Yeah. And listen, they still have Isaiah Joe. I mean, the Thunder depth is
very
deep.
deep.
They still have Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, all these guys. So the Knicks will certainly have to be on guard. But this is a Landry Shamet series. 11 to 12 of its last 3-point shots. Journeyman, former net.
I remember.
Trust
me, I didn't forget.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's had a ton of playoff moments because even last year, Game 5, when you extended the series against Indiana, he had a big night.
Right.
Like Landry Shamet's almost become like a little bit of a cult Knick hero with some of the performances.
And he deserves a spotlight. I mean, look at last year, the shoulder injury. Comes back this year, has another shoulder injury. He's in and out of the rotation even in the playoffs. And he's quickly become a playoff hero. So he deserves a spotlight.
How do you think, and we mentioned this at the top of the show, I've spent a lot of time talking about Mitchell Robinson today with the finger issue.
Yeah.
Do you expect either team to continue to try to hack him, send him to the free throw line? Obviously, Mike Brown made great adjustments. We saw him bait Kenny Atkinson into committing a foul and then get him out of the game and get into the bonus. But do you kind of expect the same thing to happen?
Definitely, because it takes the Knicks offense completely out of rhythm, right? And allows you to get rest as well. Allows your team to get rest. It's a major strategy. What's he shoot, like 9% from the free throw line? It's been brutal. So I'd expect either team to continue to go to it. For Mitch, all I want, 1 for 2. If you can just go 1 for 2 and hold it down, they're going to need his minutes. Defensively, offensive rebounds, perimeter defense. The double big option. If you're going up against OKC and you've got Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein, they're going to need Mitchell Robinson out there.
It's interesting because you just mentioned Mike Brown. I think as the postseason started, we assumed he was going to be a negative from the, we're doing matchup to matchup, guard, center, whatever. Coach, Mike Brown's he's at a disadvantage. That's not the case anymore. You can't say that anymore. I think he gives the Knicks the advantage at this point, doesn't he?
No, he's been good. And I go back to that game 2 against the Hawks. He had a crazy rotation of Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet.
Right.
I think it was OG and Mitch. And they turned the ball over maybe like 5 times in that sequence because they had no true point guard out there. You had Landry and McBride playing out of position. And everybody's like pulling their hair out, like, what is this coach doing? So after game 2, game 3 was a little bit of a nightmare for him, but he's recovered brilliantly.
Well, the 2 things he was doing in the first 3 games of the postseason that everybody was screaming about was, A, there were moments in the game, close moments in the game, where Cat and Brunson neither were on the floor, which cannot happen.
Right.
And I don't think it's happened since other than garbage time, which obviously we're not going to count.
Some of those were in the fourth quarter, too.
Yes, early fourth quarter. Right. I think in one of the Atlanta games, it got them back in the game.
Yes.
So he learned from that. He hasn't done it. And then, yes, he didn't do the double big at all. Was asked about it, like, hey, how come no Mitch and Cat at the same time? And he's like, well, I don't like the matchup. And then the next game, we saw it. So it's almost as if Mike Brown is either watching KFTV, listening to Twitter.
That's why.
Rightfully so, though, because I think those are critiques from Knicks fans and analysts that were spot on. But to his credit, he adjusted.
Adaptability. He always consults his assistant coaches. He's given them a ton of credit this year, from Rick Brunson to Chris Gent, Brendan O'Connor, the defensive coordinator, down to the players. Josh Hart going into the office say, hey, give me that TJ McCollum matchup, or Karl Anthony Towns saying, hey, come through me through the offense. Mike Brown has been willing to adapt for the purpose of winning. He's been great.
When the Knicks won the East, did a tear come down your eye?
My wife was definitely crying. Yeah, she's very sappy, very emotional when it comes to that. No, because
she's a bigger Knicks fan than you.
She's a diehard Knicks fan. She's a diehard. Yeah, she's a diehard. But for me, I expected them to get there. But I was very proud of the team, especially, starting the podcast, starting the media company, and following this team. We started when the Knicks drafted Frank Ntilikina. I was outside Madison Square Garden interviewing angry Knicks fans for passing Des Smith, Julian Donovan Mitchell. That's when it started.
Is he still in the league?
Frank?
Yeah.
No, he's in EuroLeague with the Olympiacos, and he's got a ring. He just won him and Evan Fournier just won a ring in the EuroLeague. Evan Fournier, the Finals MVP.
Omen! There's your
It's
omen!
the omen.
Wow.
It's time, baby. It is time. So, yeah.
If they win an NBA championship,
Yeah.
then you're going to cry like a baby, right? I assume
Absolutely.
So. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, you got the Jalen Brunson. Everybody was celebrating after the Eastern Conference Finals. Jalen Brunson's over there mean mugging like, damn, we ain't done yet.
Caps on a mission, man.
Right.
Well, they've had a very good message, and it's been consistent of job ain't done.
Yeah.
And, like, Cat went on SportsCenter and said no champagne, nothing like that.
Even though Josh Hart had a glass of wine.
Yeah. That's borderline. So are the fans kind of following suit? You talk to the fans all the time. Is it very, we can't celebrate, job ain't done yet?
No, the fans are completely out the window. Completely out the window, no parachute. They're celebrating every day. But rightfully so. Listen, I love the energy. I love seeing the fans on the marquee outside on 7th Avenue. It's a lot of fun. You know, the younger generation, this is how they're celebrating. I remember going to those Yankee parades, those Giant parades, doing the same thing, you know, a little bit differently. And it wasn't captured on social media as it is now. But you gotta love the energy.
I say this not as like a scary thing, because I felt this way about my teams when they've gotten close, which is very rare, mostly with the Mets, which is we got to win this, because if we don't win this, I don't know if we're ever getting back.
Here it comes.
No. Do you feel that way? I'm not hearing coming. I'm basically telling you how I would feel about this, because I felt that way about my teams. Where
that's because you don't trust your team. You don't trust your executive.
He's a snake-bitten fan.
Yeah.
A Jet fan.
That is fair.
Right. And a Met fan.
But you know what?
He's like, Darren Moose did a good job getting Aaron Rodgers here. Oh, wait.
That wasn't him. Different guy.
Right, you know what I mean.
But I've turned out to be right. Yeah. Do you have that thought in the back of your mind of, listen, not that the road was easy, but you also destroyed the road, so I don't like hearing that the road was easy because you annihilated them, but you just never know. You never know if you'll be healthy. You never know what the rest of the Eastern Conference looks like. There's so many factors that can derail you. Is that in your mind of it better be now, because if not now, when?
Absolutely. You just don't know what next year is going to look like. This is their best chance. They're playing at a championship caliber level in every facet of the game, from the shooting efficiency to the defense, the rebounding, the intangibles. They're two all-stars playing at a high level. This is their chance.
Role players.
The role players. Everybody dialed in, everybody on the same page and knows their role.
And
this
healthy.
And healthy. And I go back to last year. I said every game, win or lose, was a grind for this team. The Detroit series, the Celtics series. By the time they got to the Pacers, they choked the 2 games away. Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, they're in Cancun. So this is the time to capitalize on that moment, and that's a mindset that they're carrying.
One of the things we keep asking, it's really all the teams, because it's been 15 years since a team has won a championship in this city.
Big Four sports.
Right, Big Four sports.
Be technical about this.
Yes. But let's we know what we're talking about.
All right. Liberty NYCFC, you don't want to hear it. I'm just telling you.
Evan and Sean have trouble seeing their team winning a championship. Do you see the Knicks as champions?
Yes.
Can you visualize it?
Yes.
And so that means
in
it's
6.
here.
In 6. Knicks in 6. That's what I told you. I'll be at Game 6. I'll see you outside, 7th Avenue.
You'll see me outside.
I'll see you outside.
I'm flying
out on the 7th Avenue mosh pit with the screaming fans. We're gonna get your soundbite after the.
My only debate about Game 6, if you win the NBA title, is do I just fly out of there and go home?
No, you stay and enjoy it, dude.
Enjoy what?
Why would you want to not experience it?
Because I'd want to experience the game and the result, but once the game is over, I'll
Dude, you got to report for the show.
Yeah.
I'm reporting for the show by being in the building.
Okay, but celebration is what's going to probably be the story. Because as much as the mayor or the police chief or whoever the heck wants to shut down 7th Avenue, it ain't happening.
No.
If the Knicks win in 6.
No.
I'm saying it is not happening.
Now, your Knicks in 6 prediction, it does not matter if it's all, because obviously you said OKC's a tougher matchup. Either team, it will be Knicks in 6?
I believe this Knicks team is a team of destiny right now. Mm-hmm. I believe they're a team of destiny.
What made you believe that? Because I know, like, from the beginning of the season, you were very, and correct me if I'm wrong about this, they're going to the finals. I don't think you picked them to win a title, but finals team, kind of the way I thought about it. When during this run did you say to yourself, oh, no, this is more than that. Yeah. We are the team of destiny and we're winning the title?
Game 4 of that Hawks series and straight through. Game 4 of that Hawks series and
that
straight
early?
Through. Their ability to handle business. And with number 11, you have a chance, man. I believe in him.
Right.
Jalen Brunson is that guy.
You know what helps, though, you envision this, a championship? you're a Giants and a Yankees fan. So you've kind of seen it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, those two teams have won a lot more, and it's maybe not as difficult to envision, but you're a champion. As a fan, you've seen it. You've experienced it.
You can put your mind around it.
You can put your mind around it. The difference between me and him is I can't do that. I don't have any team I can do that with. So when you ask me, can you envision it, Evan? No, I can't envision it. Because I've never seen it.
It was like 2007. I was at that Week 17 game, Giants-Pats.
Right.
And Brady throws that seam to Moss. He misses it, then gets him the next time. And that was the one Giant game we walked out of there as fans, almost in a jubilant mood.
Right. Like, man, we played with them.
We played with them.
We
and I
beat them.
said, if we see them again, they can beat them for the championship.
So speaking of which, and I feel like, and this is my fault, I own it, we have not even given like a little bit of a breakdown on Knicks Spurs. It's mostly been, we think it's the Thunder, here's how it looks. Obviously, the success in the regular season. You've got the NBA Cup. I mean, it counts, it doesn't count, it counts. We watched it. It was a tremendous game. What about what you saw from the regular season continues to give you kind of the blueprint for how to slow down Wemby and beat the Spurs in a best of 7?
Look, the best way to slow down Wemby is you just have to continue to try to get physical with him. What I saw in OKC in that game in the first half early was that they were bumping him off his spots and forcing those tough shots. But, man, when he rises up and fires, you can't block that. All you can do is hope for a miss, and you have to try to keep him off the glass. I mean, he was dominant, especially in that third quarter, 20-0 run for the Spurs. So Wemby's going to be a handful for either Cat. His discipline is going to be tested, and that's why you need Mitch. You need Mitch Robinson.
Much more so in a San Antonio
Much
series.
more so.
Yep.
I mean, you cannot go to Ariel Huckporty. Good guy, very nice guy, very nice guy.
I mean, you can go in there just to give him some fouls.
Yeah,
but that's
they
about
really don't have much size after that. You can go to OG at the backup 5, small ball 5, but with the height, you need Mitch out there. But it's really testing those guards. And with Castle, his turnover prone. Fox hasn't been that great.
I don't think he's
series.
healthy. I mean, clearly he's not 100%.
Yeah, Harper's been great.
Yes.
Harper's been great.
Yeah,
I mean, he seems to be getting better in his rookie season as the games have gone on. But still, I'm going to lean on that inexperience, and that's where the Knicks can come in and take this one.
The thing along with the inexperience on why the Spurs would be a team I'd rather face, and I'm going to use a Jet analogy on this, and hear me out. So when the Jets beat the Patriots in the postseason back in 2010, I remember coming on the radio all excited, and I said, but here's what worries me. I think the guys in the room think they won the Super Bowl. They beat the Patriots. They beat the unbeatable. And I think that the AFC Championship game in a weird way is going to be a letdown. And I remember Benigno thought I was a little nuts. And it turned out to kind of be true.
Right.
They got their ass kicked in the first half, made a great comeback, almost won, lost to the Steelers. And I believe to this day that the Jets were almost like too happy with their victory. If the Spurs beat the Thunder, knock off the defending champions as a young team, I think they're almost going to think they won the title.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they'll almost be a letdown.
Maybe, but it's still Wemby.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's still an alien.
Yeah. Listen, man.
He's not defendable.
I like some of those young players they have from Castle to Vassell. They're hungry, man. But those guys, when I look at their matchups potentially with Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, that's advantage Knicks for me, especially the way the Knicks are playing defense.
Right.
So you're going to be able to force them into taking tough shots and contested threes. For the Knicks, they're going to have to take care of the ball. They've been doing that very well in the playoffs so far. But whether it's OKC or San Antonio Spurs, those two teams want to turn you over. They are ball hawks, and they want to turn that into points.
Have you ever thought about a week after the Knicks win the NBA title, like, what do you do? Is there almost like this openness of, all right, now what? Are we really talking about free agency? What are we doing here?
Well,
we're going to pay Landry Shamet?
You got to figure out the road to the repeat. How do you bring Mitch back? How do you bring Shamet back? How do you keep Mohamed Diawara? We haven't been talking about him because we don't want other teams to steal him. So, the road to the repeat begins the day after.
Right, he's like stashed a little bit.
He's stashed.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
stashed, yeah.
How many days before you start thinking about that? Do you give yourself like a week, a day, or 2 days, or do you go right to, all right, Diawara, we got to figure this out? How quickly do you move on?
I give it a week.
I was going to say, you got to give it some time. Yeah. I wish I had experience to tell you about this. I have no idea.
Well, you'll be there, so we'll talk about it together.
Yeah, that's true. I can't wait to talk about that. Well, CP, congratulations. Enjoy the great work. I always say this. Check out Knicks Fan TV, YouTube. You got it after every game. You've got it before games sometimes. You're all over the place. And stay tuned. Maybe you'll be going to Oklahoma City with them, right?
Hey, maybe. We'll see.
Best of luck, my friend.
Thank you.
CP,
Appreciate
the
you,
franchise on the Knicks. We'll come back. We'll get back to your phone calls, 888-808-1019. And John Harbaugh. met the media?
He's meeting the media after practice.
Ah, damn it.
As will Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter today. The Giants are making them available today after practice.
Together? Today will be an
I don't know about together,
day.
but they are on the field practicing. They
What
will
have they
speak
done?
after.
They're going to ask Jackson Dart about the Strait of Hormuz.
Taking reps. Granted, his knee is heavily wrapped and braced, and his team is going through some, let's call them transitions. Head coach offensive coordinator Matt Nagy left for the Giants, being replaced by former OC Eric Bieniemy. Tight end Travis Kelce is out of his prime, and wide receiver Rashee Rice, he's in jail. Not ideal circumstances for a once dynastic team to mount a comeback to their pinnacle. However, with a superstar like Mahomes making his own comeback, let's not be surprised when Kansas City finds itself in the mix once again. This drive around the league was sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/HUB delivery.
If you missed any of our conversation with CP the Fanchise, you can rewind on the free Odyssey app because CP was in the window seat today. And, of course, the window seat is brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 30% on new windows and doors.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The new NBA draft lottery system approved yesterday is one of the biggest unnecessary knee-jerk reactions in history. A system that didn't need a massive overhaul got one, and it will come at the expense of teams that genuinely suck while giving mediocre teams on the fringe of the play-in all the more reason to strive for mediocrity. All hail the Adam Silver era, when everyone can be just okay. I'm Chris Mack.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. At Mattress Firm's 72-hour sale, get a Sleepy's mattress in any size for only $399.99. Hurry, sale ends Monday. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Guys, let's keep it simple. There are two things you probably should be doing: taking care of your health and doing something that actually makes an impact. Here's a way to do both. California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month and get free health and genetic screenings along the way. So yeah, you're getting paid to get checked out, and you're helping families who need it. Efficient, smart, done. Check out spermbank.com to learn more. Apply and see if you qualify.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. OSJ Safe Event and 6126. See dealer for warranty details.
As a part of the North to Shore Festival, don't miss 5-time Grammy-nominated Joe Bonamassa live in concert on June 28th at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Every show is a new experience with blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa live in concert at NJ Pack on June 28th.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
Whoa, Liberty Music. want you, we'll customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual.
Till that day, he'll always know his first heckler was his old. The Mets are burning down again. Another night, another song. Somebody check the office door. How does David Stern still have a job? How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? The Mets are a dumpster fire. The boy genius looks like a fraud. Cohen spent the money. Queens got stuck with the Sox. Somebody ask Harvard, how does David Stern still have a job? Here comes the man from Milwaukee with a spreadsheet and a grin. Said he'd bring smart baseball to Queens, then let the losing begin. Evan Roberts on Rico Bronya is cooking him every night, reading off the receipts like scripture, and buddy, none of it sounds right. They called him the boy genius, they called him Milwaukee's son, but all he did was spend a fortune and turn the Mets into a rerun. How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? Call Milwaukee. How does David Stern still have a job? How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? Bachete, Polanco, Devin too. Weaver,
one sip and you'll feel refreshed. There's so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' Refresher. Dunkin' Refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 18th as the Yankees take on the White Sox. And come early for a special giveaway. It's Yankee Soccer Jersey Night. The first 18,000 guests will receive a Yankee Soccer jersey presented by Bank of America. Don't miss Yankees and White Sox on Thursday, June 18th, Yankee Soccer Jersey Night. Get your tickets now at Yankees.com/tickets.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
We've talked a lot of Knick basketball throughout this show. If you've missed any of it, you could rewind on the Odyssey app from the very beginning of this show, talking about Mitchell Robinson's pinky, the importance of pinkies, and obviously CP, the franchise, stopped by. Now, Sean Morash, who is like a giant insider. We are so lucky here at WFAN. We have the giant legend in Tiki Barber, and then we've got the giant whatever you are in Sean Morash.
Fan shill is fine, yeah, whatever.
No, the shill is Big Mac's gimmick.
It was Chris McMonaco, his fat ass.
But he's for the Yankees.
That's right. He's for the Yankees.
Protector of the shield.
Protector of the shield. So today, OTAs are going on.
Yes.
And what I was intrigued by is that John Harbaugh was meeting the media. And we referred to this a little bit yesterday, that this is John's opportunity to answer questions about his locker room. And even, like, it's going to be fair game. People are going to ask him, hey, if players had issues with Jackson Dart introducing Donald Trump at a rally, what about you? You were in the White House. Do you have a problem? Like, you know all those questions are going to be fair game. And I brought it up the other day to you and said, how does John handle it? And you said, he's just not going to answer.
Right. He's going to answer it, but not answer it.
Exactly. So what is your update today? Because obviously if you stay right here at the Fan, you'll hear everything you need to hear. When are we going to hear from John Harbaugh?
All right, so there was like kind of mixed reporting. We thought we might hear from them before practice. That's not the case. We are going to hear from John Harbaugh after practice today. Practice just started about 15 minutes ago, so do the math. Some point during the Carton show, I'm sure you guys will speak. But according to Paul Schwartz, the Giants have let it be known that Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter will be made available to the reporters and media today.
That is a great job by the New York Football Giants.
Give the New York Giants a big round of applause.
And I'll tell you why.
All hail the New York Giants.
They need to end this story. This debate, this Jackson Dart, Abdul Carter story. And the best way to end it is to confront it.
On a Friday. Before people go away for the beach or whatever the heck they're doing this weekend.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can news dump it on a Friday. That's fine. But either way, Jackson Dart being in front of the media to answer whatever questions are asked of him, same with Abdul Carter, is the best way to end it. Now, I know for a lot of people out there, I like to call them the hacks, the political hacks who have already made their decisions up on every issue based on the team logo that they wear. It's not going to matter what Jackson Dart says, and it's not going to matter what Abdul Carter says.
Right.
But I actually believe the majority of us as Americans are not the hacks, and we'll make our own mind up. But I think this is smart to put them in front of a camera, have them answer the questions, and then we can move on. Even if you disagree, even if you're like, screw you, at least it ends it.
Yeah.
And so I want to give the Giants credit. They can't hide from it. No. And I think answering the questions is very important.
And also, like, you try to project what someone's, response to questions like that are going to be. And it's hard when the players have this, like, unapproachable mentality. Jackson Dart is the most approachable person I think we've met in a long time, that age. He's just young and he gets it. Like when we had him on after after he was drafted last year and we were in training camp, it's like, man, this guy is so easy to like. You can see him naturally gravitating towards being a leader, obviously by his play, but then ultimately just by his personality. Now, Abdul Carter was kind of the same way when we had him as well. So, like, if these were two, like, verbose and just like standoffish guys, I think this would be an issue. This is not going to be an issue because they can both talk their way out of this.
Okay. So that's what I want to ask you. So for the sake of this discussion, let us assume that what we think about Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter politically is absolutely true.
By the way, I think that this is already over.
What do you mean? Oh, in the locker room?
Yeah, it's all between them, but in the locker, it's already over.
I agree.
The question now is how do you make everybody else accept that it's over?
I agree with that. I think their meeting yesterday, even if Abdul Carter wasn't there for a religious holiday, clearly he spoke to Jackson Dart.
Yes.
So I'm with you that I think the locker room thing is gone. It's more about, all right, explaining it to the fans. So let's just assume for the sake of this that Jackson Dart is a MAGA Trump supporter.
Get that son of a bitch off the field.
And let's assume that Abdul Carter is
one of those woke libtards.
That is not nice. Let's assume that that's their political views just based on introduction of Trump, is this AI. And you're not going to want to get into politics, but you're asked. And Jackson Dart says, hey, he's asked about his support for the president. How do you handle it if you're Jackson Dart?
If I'm Jackson Dart, I'm saying it has nothing to do with how I'm going to lead this New York Giants team to victory.
Do you support Jackson? Do you support Donald Trump?
That doesn't matter. We talk about football in this locker room.
Jackson, a lot of players in the locker room don't like Donald Trump. Is it going to be tough to lead?
Donald Trump was not in this locker room. I'm in this locker room, and I'm the leader of this team.
So you won't answer if you like Donald Trump?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, great answers. All right, Abdul Carter, why do you hate Donald Trump?
I don't hate Donald Trump.
Do you think he's on the Epstein list? I'm just kidding. I don't know if that'll be asked. Abdul, why did you bring out... See, I think the Carter thing's very different. I think it's more about why did you bring up something... Why did you go to Twitter before going to Jackson Dart?
I think he would... what he should say is, because it's social media, that's what we do. And, I was making an expressive initial reaction to Jackson Dart introducing the president.
Do you think it's going to make... Abdul, Paul Dottino here. Do you think it's going to make it more difficult for Jackson Dart to lead considering half the locker room doesn't like his politics?
No, because he's that dog.
Okay.
We love him.
Those are good answers.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to be as direct as the way I framed it, but I'd be very curious to see how both guys handle this. But I think you're 1,000% right that I don't think Jackson Dart or Abdul Carter should shy away from how they feel about the state of this country, whether supporting or dissupporting or not approving.
Definitely not a word.
But I think what you should do is, so you should not hide from that. You are who you are, all right? And if people don't like it, they got to get over it. But you should also say, I'm not breaking down my politics with you. I think you're 1,000% right.
Right. Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Yes. We talk about football in this locker room.
And we're good. Yeah, we disagree. A lot of us disagree. But we're good. I think that's probably the best way to handle it. The question is, will they? Is that how it's going to go today? I'm curious. I'm fascinated. I agree with you. I don't think it's a big deal anymore, but I'm still fascinated by it. Just to see how it's handled.
Yeah. I'm almost positive it's not a big deal. Because it doesn't. I'll find out because I have to go over there today. But I just also feel like this is something that's perfect for an off-season issue to come. It's like perfect. It's in the middle of the off-season. There's nothing going on other than the OTAs, and it gives you something to talk about. As soon as there's something else to talk about, like, man, Andrew Thomas isn't playing well right now, coming off the injury from last year, or Malik Neighbors isn't ready. That's what we'll care about.
Yeah,
we won't care about this come training camp.
No, I agree that sometimes there are discussions and topics that become more interesting because of less of what's going on.
That's
like
right.
there's nothing else going on around.
There's nothing to replace it with.
Yes, like Aaron Rodgers running for vice president. You guys remember that one?
That was the exact example.
It's the exact example. There were rumors that Aaron Rodgers was going to run for vice president.
And we talked about
under Bobby Kennedy. And we talked about it. Do you remember that?
I can't believe that was a real topic.
Yes.
Don't you think years from now we're going to say the same thing about Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter?
100%.
Probably, yeah.
Like, imagine if we're like, hey, remember when LT and Phil Simms went at it over Walter Mondale? Oh, my God. It was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Did they actually?
No.
No, okay.
I made that up.
That would have been awesome.
As I've said to many, it's a different world. Like, whenever people bring up, well, during the Clinton era, during the Bush, it's a different era. We live in a different America where we all just don't listen to each other a hell of a lot more than ever.
Right.
It's a very different environment. So it's not the same. Anytime we bring up past politicians, it's not the same.
Meanwhile, the real questions that should be asked are going to be about this team and about some of the players. Yeah. And in particular, Malik Neighbors, who is not practicing right now. He's still recovering from the second knee surgery to fix up clean up his meniscus. I think Malachi Fields will be a talking point.
The Neighbors one is huge.
Huge. Obviously, it's a massive because he's a star. He's a budding superstar in this league, and we know when he's healthy how great he can be. And you put some pieces around him that make it really interesting if he's healthy.
But it's also still important to ask John Harbaugh about his relationship with Trump to see if there's others in the locker room that have a problem with that. I joke, but I don't joke only because it needs to be asked.
I don't think he's going to answer it.
No. I don't think he's going to answer it, but the question should be asked. There's a lot of times where questions aren't answered.
Yeah.
But they should still be asked. And look, I don't know. The one thing I don't know, and this is not a knock on all the Giant reporters, I don't know what they're going to ask. Like, I don't know if specifically they're going to say that.
They'll ask about the Knicks.
Oh, God.
We got that at the Jet one.
But the Jets are different. They don't have that much to talk about.
Right.
Like the Jets.
The New York Jets suck.
The Giants story is different. Like, they should ask him about that.
They will.
Or they should ask Abdul Carter about that. Like, hey, you thought it was AI that Jackson Dart was there. What's your issue? Do you have an issue with your coach going to the White House? I mean, those are fair questions. You don't have to answer it.
Going to the White House is a cool trip.
I'm not. Tiki, you're going to do what a lot of people are doing right now. They're taking my questions as an opinion. I'm not offering an opinion. I'm asking questions.
Right.
All these questions need to be asked.
Yeah.
So that everybody can get our answers. And then you can decide whatever the hell you want.
I would say if someone invited you to go to the White House, would you go?
You're asking me?
No, if someone asked me that question.
Oh, okay.
John Harbaugh, you went to the White House.
Yeah.
Well, if someone invited you to the White House, would you go?
By the way, John would totally give that answer.
Right.
Like, that's exactly what I think John would say. And then John will do what a lot of people do. He'll say, yeah, and Biden invited me too.
Right.
And then you got to follow up by saying, has anyone ever told you you sound just like Joe Biden? Like, you guys have the exact same voice?
Do you want to leave now and head over there, Evan, so you could ask all these questions?
I think he was asked about that one time.
Oh, was he? He may have.
I think he said, I don't get it. Like, I don't see it. I don't hear it.
You want me to go to the Giant facility to ask questions about Donald Trump and Abdul Carter and support and
honestly,
Jackson Dart?
I think it's more about now that you sound like Biden stuff. I feel like you really have like all the follow-ups ready to go.
Well, I think what's difficult sometimes, and this is literally why it sucks that David Stearns doesn't come on this radio station. I'm not even asking with me. It could be with anybody.
He speaks today, too. Don't worry.
He does speak today. No, but I'm making a point
But
that
nobody from this radio station is going to be there.
No. Do you want me to go early?
You should go.
I got to figure out if I can get there in time. I have a credential. I could totally pull that off.
Wow.
4 o'clock?
It's Friday. No,
I won't make it.
You won't make it.
Because I got to go home. I'm bringing... Nah,
you won't make it.
My point, though, about press conferences...
His wife, you could bring him down.
What was that?
She has like 45 minutes to get him here.
Who does?
Your wife.
Oh, drop Spence off here and then me and him. Imagine me with my 5-year-old on my lap saying, "Hey, Stearns, how do you still have a job, you idiot?" Or I let Spence ask it. Right. Why is Pete Alonso in Oreo? By the way, you know what? Not a terrible idea.
That's not a terrible idea at all.
My only point about press conferences and what sucks about the Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, John Harbaugh, David Stern situation is it does make follow-ups more difficult. So, like, Ian O'Connor asks a great question.
Right.
Sometimes
he's going to get blocked by his follow-up will get blocked by someone else jumping in.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
we
you're
do
right.
interviews. I always try to get better at them. And what I've always learned is the follow-up is probably more important than the actual question. And so what's difficult for everybody in press conferences is you don't get a follow-up.
No.
Did I ever tell you when Joe and I crashed a Brody Van Wagenen press conference?
No.
So he was doing a press conference.
And
it was a conference call, right? So it was before Zoom, and you would call up and, all right, ask a question. So we did it live on the air. We got in, and they're like, up next, Evan Roberts from WFAN. And I was like, hey, Brody. And I started off so awkwardly. I started off by saying, hey, Brody, I'm here with my friend Joe. Say hi, Joe. What's up, bro? And then we grilled him about something.
Wow.
And then they cut us off before we could follow up. Which is the beauty of the conference call.
Did they hear that you were on air? Is that why they cut you off?
Probably.
Right.
I don't remember
because it wasn't a live conference, right?
No, it was a live press conference. It was a conference call.
Was it broadcast live?
You know, it was 2018, 2019, so I'm not sure if like
I doubt
YouTube had it.
Yeah,
or,
I doubt it, right.
I mean, we were broadcasting it live. We were airing it and then jumped in with a question. If you had one question today, Sean, you only have one. What would the question be? It's totally not going to be about this.
Can we stop the big blue chant before games so we stop embarrassing ourselves?
Give it a rest. Give it a rest.
I think that's the most important question surrounding the New York Football Giants.
All right.
Agreed.
Agreed. Let's get to some of your calls, 888-808-1019. Let's go to D-Rock in Brooklyn. What's up, D-Rock? Hello, D-Rock. D-Rock going once. D-Rock is gone. We'll go to Tony in Connecticut. Hey, Tony.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Listen, Abdul Carter had every right to post that on tweet, to tweet that if he wants to do that. But, Tiki, you know that was probably the wrong decision. He could have texted Jackson and said, hey, man, what's up with this? I'm just curious.
Right.
I find some of these things offensive, and, you're the main guy. What's going on with that? Or they could have went to lunch. It blew the whole thing up. And what makes me sick, and yes, I am a conservative. I'll put that out there, okay? If Kamala Harris was president right now and Abdul Carter went up and did the same thing, but didn't say politics. He just said, hey, let's welcome Kamala, our president.
Right.
She's here in New York. Come on up. Do you think one conservative in that locker room would have said anything about that? And could you imagine if Jackson Dart said, hey, Abdul, what's going on here? You support this woman?
Yeah.
I mean, and then and then what kills me, Tiki, is the liberal media, a lot of the giant reporters, because, during this time, as Evan has said, there's a lot of comments that people make. So I know Vacchiano and Garofolo, and I follow all those guys. I know where they're coming from. So then they're going to tweet things like, oh, they had a big meeting and Dart apologized, and they make him feel like he's got to apologize now to the team,
right?
And that's what's annoying me as a Giant.
I don't think he apologized, though. I don't think he
ever apologized. I think he explained
it was more just
Yeah.
explaining the opportunity that was presented to him. And by the way, when I was playing and I got opportunities like that, I absolutely took advantage of it. I told you this story. I sat next to Dick Cheney's wife at a book event. And she was a children's book author. I was a children's book author. She said, hey, you should come down for the vice president's, Dick Cheney's Christmas party.
Dick Cheney was hated, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, exactly.
He's no longer with us, but he was hated.
You know what? I finished practice on a Friday, and I drove to D.C. and went to Dick Cheney's Christmas party.
Yeah, but here's the difference.
So, if you get an opportunity like this, it's hard to say, yeah, absolutely, I completely disagree with your politics, right? It's just, it's more about the experience that you are afforded the opportunity to live, because of who you are.
100%. There's two things.
I think that's look. Jackson Dart may be a MAGA Republican and love Donald Trump, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's the experience that you get to take part in. I think that's what he talked about when he talked to his to his teammates.
There's two differences. Number one, to answer, would there have been someone in the locker room upset if he introduced Kamala Harris? By the way, the answer is probably.
Yeah.
In this climate today, yeah.
Definitely.
There would have been somebody. Now, I don't know if it would have been covered the same way. That may be different. But yes, someone in that room would have been like, what are you doing introducing her? Number two, Donald Trump, and you can love him. You have every right to. He's got a lot of people that hate him.
Well, he's polarizing.
He's polarizing.
Yes.
Part of why so many people love him is the reason so many people hate him. You can't have both.
Right.
You can't say, I love this guy. He's so different. He says what's on his mind. He drops F-bombs. He just does it. And then be confused that there's a lot of people that hate him.
Right.
Like, don't play ignorant. So you're wrong about that, respectfully. The same reason you probably love him is why there's thousands and millions of people that hate him. So don't act like it's the same.
Right.
And it doesn't mean Jackson Dart did anything wrong. I don't think he did anything wrong.
He didn't
but
do
don't
anything
play
wrong.
ignorant and say it's the same as Bill Clinton.
He did not do anything wrong.
That's right.
At all.
No, I didn't think he did. But when people make that comparison, I find it funny because a part of why you love him is why so many people hate him.
Yeah.
Like if you ask people who love Trump and say, what do you love about him? Those reasons that you give, he just tells it like it is. He doesn't give a bleep. That's why a lot of people don't like him. So you can't feign, I don't understand. This is the same as any other former president.
Yep.
So I hope that explained it.
It did.
Did I explain that to you, Sean?
Yeah, I actually think that was the best explanation I've heard on the whole situation in a week.
Thank you.
Be a man.
I appreciate that. Idiots with Idioms will be coming to you shortly. We collected the dumbest idioms of the week that was, and we'll get back to your phone calls at 888-808-1019. And believe it or not, it's been Tiki's lucky day. We have not mentioned the sport of baseball yet, but we will because I'm just kidding. I know you love baseball.
I do love baseball.
We'll get you set for the Mets and Yankees
I'm
weekend.
the savant here. Don't you know that?
No, you are. You know more than most.
Even though I don't know more than most, I can predict more than most.
That's true. That's true.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to golf drink this season.
Spent the money. Queen's got.
The mics are hot, the board is blinking. There's sauce on channel 3. Sean's got crumbs in the faders and ranch where the level should be. He's chewing through the traffic update, spilling lunch on every knob. Somebody grab a paper towel. How does Sean Morash still have a job? How does Sean Morash still have a job? No, really, how does Sean still have a job? A terrible bullboard op, a giant shill, a Knicks troll sent by God. He's got meatball grease on the soundboard and blue cheese in the ox. Somebody call engineering. How does Sean Morash still have a job? He'll defend the Giants like a preacher, even when they're getting robbed. Jackson Dart could spike one backwards. Sean would say that's a pro-style lob. Then the Knicks lose one possession, and he's dancing like a slob. With buffalo sauce on the dump button, how does Sean Morash still have a job? Evans yelling, Tiki sighing, the callers want his head. The board smells like mozzarella sticks and half the buttons are dead. How does Sean Morash still have a job? No, really, how does Sean still have a job? A board-up disaster with a hoagie in hand, turning double-fan into a deli stand. He's trolling the Knicks, praising the Giants, leaving.
Playoffs, FanDuel is serving up a happy hour. We're talking special drops you won't want to miss, from profit boosts to bonus bets and more. Check out a new reward every single day of the NBA playoffs and don't miss your shot to get a little extra out of the action. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That's FanDuel.com/New York. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for the best deal on Falcon tires, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/2060. Dealer for warranty details.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ Sense wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toast, and much more. For years now, I've been telling you about how amazing these products are and how they have changed my life. Now it's time to change yours. Go to chefiq.com and don't forget to use the code word Boomer to save big at checkout. That's code word Boomer at chefiq.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Declaration of Deals sales event is happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Marlins and Mets at Citi Field to start the weekend, 7:10. It's Bobby Valentine disguise night. Maybe David Stern should wear one when he meets the media a little after 4. Freddie Peralta opposes Max Meyer. The Yankees will go out to Sacramento to face old friend Luis Severino, who'll start for the A's. Carlos Rodon gets the ball for the Red Hot Yankees.
Second straight day, I got to tell you, I had a late breakfast. And because of a late breakfast, I didn't get hungry till later in the day. So feed us, Sean Morash.
Sean Morash in the booth, somebody hide the queso! Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control! It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Late lunch, maybe a liquid lunch on a Friday. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. I'm so sick and tired of arguing about the King of New York between Aaron Judge and Jalen Brunson on this freaking show.
Because it's not an argument.
Evan, I'm not taking the bait. But
well done.
Shut your bitch ass up. Because we do that, we oftentimes lose sight of the young, unbelievable players we have in town. And Evan very passively keeps mentioning somebody for this role. So I'm here to give you, in order, the 5 most likely princes of New York. Here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
It is the still very young Juan Soto.
He is young. I mean, he's 26 years old.
It's incredible you don't think of him that way. Juan Soto falls onto the Prince list, number 5.
Number 4.
It's Malik Neighbors. We're all talking about, why are we all freaking out about this injury? Because he's that awesome. I think we forget how awesome and talented Malik Neighbors is. I mean, you could be talking about one of the top 3 wide receivers in football.
I mean, how do you put him ahead of Juan Soto, though? Like, Juan Soto's probably would be the best player on this list, and you just put him 5.
By expected relevance of teams.
Number 3.
So your team's got to be good.
Expected relevance of team. It's a new stat. I don't know if you heard about that.
Very solid answer by Sean.
Matthew Schaefer, Prince of New York. Unbelievable. Again, expected relevance. Islanders had a good year. You're hoping to bounce back, make the playoffs.
Number 2.
The quarterback of the New York Giants, Jackson Dart. If he's truly the franchise quarterback and the team is relevant, he's the number 2 Prince of New York.
You know what he did? It's true. Everyone's been speculating Sean's political leanings based on his opinion on the Dart stuff. The fact that he didn't make Dart number 1, you're a liberal, aren't you, Sean?
Yeah, what would Craig call me?
Oh, you want that one?
Shut your bitch ass up.
Sorry, hold on.
One of those woke libtards.
He'd say that too, though. He'd say both of those.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. All right, and last but not least,
number 1.
Tiki. Who could be number 1?
Cam Schlittler.
It's Cam Schlittler. He's the Prince of New York. He's knocking on the door to be king soon. He's the Prince of New York.
The list is so exciting because, excuse me, all these guys are studs.
Right.
Like the one, with all due respect, I'd probably leave out for now because of the injury is Malik Neighbors.
I agree.
Because there's a lot of unknown. But Matthew Schaefer had one of the great rookie seasons you'll ever see. Jackson Dart certainly has a chance to be a franchise quarterback. Juan Soto, ridiculously still that young.
Right.
Cam Schlittler, best pitcher in the sport right now. Like, that's an amazing list.
I'm trying to think who would replace then Malik Neighbors if he's out. Brees Hall.
A.J. Ewing.
Not yet.
Nolan McClain.
I will tell. You want me to tell you who number 6
Ben
was?
Rice. How old is Ben Rice?
It was Ben Rice.
Ben is older than Soto, right?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Which is bizarre.
I think they're the same age.
Same age.
Yeah, it's not that he's older. It's that basically they're the same age.
Yes, but I didn't want. I'll be fully honest. I didn't want to go too Yankee heavy with Cam Schlittler.
No, but I think both those guys deserve it. I mean,
Yeah,
Cam
of course.
Schlittler right now is the leader to win the American League Cy Young. He's having an amazing season.
And Ben Rice has got to be in the top 10 of MVP right now.
Yeah, he's having a great season.
He's having a fantastic season.
The other day, Tiki was confused, and he didn't understand why the 37 Net fans that live in this town don't like the Knicks and why we don't root for the Knicks. And I think I've been a good boy. Honestly, I think I have. I've been a very good little boy. I've sat here. I've broken down the Knicks, I think, fairly, maybe as fairly as anybody.
You have.
And I have not, other than asking why Sean Mark still has a job.
How does Sean Mark still have a job?
I haven't gotten my team involved at all. This is not me. This is you. This is a story about the New York Knicks, and I fully respect that. And so I've been very, very quiet. I haven't said a word. Just minding my own business yesterday. I'm having a good day. I'm taking my young son Spence to swim class. He loves it. And he says, Dad, can you put on the radio? I want to hear Uncle Big Mac. And I was like, of course, love Big Mac. Why wouldn't I put him on? And I put him on. Would you like to hear what he heard?
Yes, please. Tell me.
I think this man is your friend, Chris DiStefano.
Chris DiStefano.
Funny guy, right?
Yeah.
Nice guy. Met Chris. Great guy.
Great dude. We did Ultimate Beastmaster together for Netflix.
This is what Chris DiStefano said yesterday on our afternoon program, unprovoked.
Listen, if you're a little kid, like a child, if you're a child, fine, be a Brooklyn Nets fan. But a grown-up, responsible adult,
right?
No, if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan from New York, you're a really sick guy, and I want you to stay away from my children.
By the way, he's not lying.
No.
There's something mentally wrong with you if you're a Nets fan and you're 45 years old. There's no logic
it's just
behind
weird,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like you 100% pee sitting down, 1,000% if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan as an adult.
You find that funny? You laughing over there?
What's so funny?
I'm just minding my own business, driving my kid to swim class. Tiki's, by the way, losing his mind over here. He can't even speak.
That's just because I know Chris, and I can hear him saying that.
Well, he said it, so you...
I know, but his personality is that way. He's awesome, though.
Now, here's what you're going to do.
He's just making jokes. Just jokes.
Sean,
don't take offense. It's just jokes.
We're not going to retort to it. Just don't say anything. I just want that out there. That's why we hate you. Simple as that. And we move on with our day. Don't comment.
I'm not going to comment.
We have nothing to say.
Evan, what did Anthony Gallo say to me right before we returned from break out in the newsroom?
I don't remember. Anthony Gallo said, look at you. Why are you wearing a Nets shirt today?
To me.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a Nets
Because he's a
shirt today?
Nets fan.
Because half my wardrobe is the sports teams I like. What? Now I have to be shamed and I have to put this away because the Knicks are in the finals?
Did you pick it blindly or did you pick it
Yes.
intentionally?
No, I'm in that like shorts, long sleeve type of season right now. And there's a couple that are light like this and a couple are my Nets shirts. I like them.
Spence had a lot of questions after that clip. A lot of questions. So thank you, Uncle Chris DiStefano. Thank you for that, sir. I appreciate that you said all of that so that Spence could be like, what did he mean by pee sitting down? What does that mean? I don't pee while sitting down. I like the Nets. Literal conversation in my car. Because Spence, he
it's
stands up.
It's how we got potty trained, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But doesn't do it anymore. And he just wanted to know why Uncle Chris DiStefano was saying that. And he said, why does he not want you near his kids? Why? Why, Dad? Why? I was like, I don't know. You'll have to ask him. So there you go. Why don't you tell him that next time?
He doesn't want you to
be near his kids. That's exactly
he doesn't
what he's...
want you to influence his children to potentially be Net fans.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's
what a horrible thing to do.
That's why.
Okay.
Are your daughters Net fans?
I'm trying my best to guide them in that way. They basically don't know they exist.
Let's keep it that way.
But they will know that the Knicks exist.
Oh, yeah. My brother-in-laws are making sure of that right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're in trouble.
Anyhow, every Friday, we like to collect all the mistaken idioms from the week that was. Not only includes us, but includes everybody at the radio station, including broadcasters. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is another installment of the very popular Idiots with Idioms.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with Idioms.
Where do those seats go for face value?
No biggie.
Because we pop these things out like whatever pops out. I can't think of a good analogy. One team is great. They're on the precipice of a championship.
That was a good one.
Jalen Brunson probably sits on top of Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge.
Masters work by Devin Williams. Masterful work. I think I left the full out.
Who's laughing now?
Because I'm taking a second series in a finals run, and they were down 2-1, and the light bulb flipped from that point forward.
Fair enough. And there's been a lot of hoobabaloo.
Jesus Christ. Bridges has been great in the postseason both years. That is without a fact.
Without a doubt, sorry.
Thank God for drugs.
We'll pivot to the very exciting New York Knicks monumentous night ahead of us. One more win.
I'm reporting it's the Admirals.
Boy, the Reds have just had a chance to blow this game, the drawers off this game. And
if you're a competitor, if you want to be great, it makes you do the extra mile or whatever the idiom is.
Come on, dude. Next to my dear buddy Big Mac, who does a great Yankee podcast called Come Get Some. No, that's Go Get 'Em.
The pinstripes don't mean squat.
There's no break coming for Cleveland until they go to where do they go when they Chattanooga? No. Madrid? No.
What?
Cancun. That's
Chattanooga. Uruguayan World Cup team. Some Yankee chatter for you. Caraballo's back. Volpe stays as well.
They were pretty good. I believe in pain and hemorrhoids. I believe in.
I bet.
Like, I don't think you let the weather nature. Damn it. Mother Nature.
What did you say? Weather nature?
Weather nature, yeah.
Sports Shangri-La.
Mike Brown had the unenvious role here.
Waka waka!
It's all going to the plan that I saw it would go to because...
Oh, my God.
Sniff that little guy out.
Which is why I feel like there's like light at the end of the rainbow.
No. First of all,
a little duck fart that fell in shallow right.
Are people pulling the string? Or pulling the not the string. Pulling the
cord?
No.
The ripcord?
No, like the wool over your eyes?
I don't even know what idiom you're trying to get to.
I think the thing you shoot with a gun. Like the
what?
Yeah, well, what's
the trigger?
Yeah, pull the trigger. That's what I'm looking for.
Laugh till you split your sides, idiots with idioms.
That was a banner week.
Wow.
That was a week right there.
Wow, that's right.
Anthony Gallo making an appearance on that. He had back-to-back idioms, who does a great job, not only on the Carton Show, but he does some weekend work. So good job by him making the idiots with idioms.
And I believe those idioms for him were both in the same segment, so he was off and rolling on Monday.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding you. Sean reached out to me and said, I think Gallo did an idiom. And so I went to the exact time, heard it, and then 30 seconds later, heard another one. And I'm like, damn, we got it all tonight. Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. The baseball also restarts this weekend. Sean mentioned it in the Fan Focus. Mets take on the Marlins, trying to, I don't know. They're trying to win games and save their season at this point.
Avenge.
Yeah, avenge the sweep at the hands of Miami. They're 10 games under 500. They basically need to win every single day. And the Yankees are out in Sacramento taking on the A's. Luis Severino, who they faced earlier this season, and Sevy was okay. Yeah. He was 5 innings, 2 runs, so it was okay. But they've had some good success taking on their former teammate. Let's go to Steve in Massapequa. What's up, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, fellas. What's going on? Great show as always.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. What's up?
Ev, I wish I could take your press credentials and go give David Stern's piece of my mind, but I won't do that. Instead, I'll call you guys and complain to you. So
yes,
I did actually have a thought. I know, Ev, you go into great detail on the Rico about the things that drive the offseason and why things go right or wrong. And I think one of the more simple reasons for why this season, in my opinion, went awry, and this is not even like a trick question, last season, in one word, what caused the Mets to miss the playoffs?
I think in the second half of the season, their pitching was just horrific.
Yeah.
So I know that's more than one
Agreed.
word, but yeah, the pitching in the second half.
The pitching. And the part of the team that got radically changed in the offseason was the
pitching.
Yeah.
Well, everything. The lineup got changed too, but the pitching. But the pitching, your bullpen is completely different.
The offense is their biggest problem this season.
Of course it is, but everything got changed. It wasn't just the offense.
I get, but their pitching is putting up decent enough numbers. It's literally the offense to why they stink right now.
Really? Who's your ace?
Forget that. Their numbers are decent. The
David
offense
Peterson
is
sucks
one of the
every other time he comes out. Then he looks good, only when he has Brazoban in front of him.
I get it, but their offense is a bigger problem.
You're relying on a 20-year-old or 22-year-old.
Steve, before you go, trust me, I get Tiki to agree. What's the biggest problem for the New York Mets?
They don't score any runs.
Okay, thank you. Now continue your
They don't score any runs. And they changed that part of the team that, frankly, didn't need to be changed as badly as the pitching. So, the pitching will probably go down the tube soon enough, but it's bleak right now.
Well, Steve, I'm going to go into more detail about this on a Rico, so I'll give you a very Cliff Notes version of this. If you look at the guys they lost, the guys that, were all the Mets that we're so sad about, Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, Pete Alonso, they're all having mediocre to bad seasons.
All right, Edwin Diaz, you can throw in there as well.
Forget him. I'm just talking about the offense.
All right, got it.
But just think with the offense. Their bad seasons are still so much better than the garbage seasons from the guys who replaced them. So if they didn't make any move to their offense and they ran it back, they'd be better, but they'd still suck.
Yeah.
Now, we have breaking news, and I I haven't heard the audio of this yet. Maybe they'll get it on the afternoon program. But Mike Brown has said that Mitchell Robinson did not suffer his pinky injury during Game 4 and did not suffer it during a practice.
And offered no clarity as to how he did it.
So
that means he was at home?
Well, here's what I don't know about Mike Brown, and I'm
did
very
he do it in Game 3?
Well, I'm very confused by Mike Brown. Why would you make this a story? Like, we've already accepted that he's got a pinky issue.
And he had
We've all
surgery.
assumed
Right.
it's Game 4 because we got 2 different clips of him at least shaking his hand and it looking uncomfortable. So we've already accepted that. Why would you go out of your way? And that's why I'd love to hear context of it.
Well, so we're getting more quotes, not audio. Brown did not even give the context. Knicks media relations stepped in the middle of the press conference to say we're not getting into specifics. They wouldn't even let Brown say that.
Very interesting. When all Mike Brown had to do was say, yeah, he's got a pinky issue and just not say anything.
I mean, did it happen in Game 3?
If it did, why would you go out of your way to say it didn't happen in Game 4 and it didn't happen in
he
practice?
was shaking it in Game 4.
Correct.
Like it was hurting him.
You might be onto something because if it happened in Game 3 and they did not report it for Game 4.
Oh, is that what you think it would be?
If he's not on the injury report and then it comes out, you didn't even let us know he had a pinky injury.
That's why
with the gambling in today's day and age.
That's why they shut it down.
You think that's what it is?
I
It's a good observation. I have no idea.
I can't imagine that it was Mitch was messing with his truck and the tire fell on his pinky finger and he broke it. I can't imagine that's what it actually is. I think Mike Brown is just trying to be truthful, and instead he's maybe creating an issue.
Yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes being truthful is awesome, but it creates an unneeded issue. This is now sounding like an unneeded issue, whether it's gambling related, injury report related, or it didn't happen on a basketball court related. See, none of us know. I think that's a great observation by you two, that maybe it was Game 3, but I think a lot of minds are going to go to, well, was it with a tractor?
Right.
Was it with, who knows? But sometimes giving answers, while we love it, like it creates more problems than you need.
That's true.
Like, why would you even say any of that? All you got to say is, yeah, he has a pinky issue.
Right.
Hey, Mike, did it happen?
We expect him to be available. He's got a pinky issue. We expect him to be available.
And to follow your advice on John Harbaugh and Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter, hey, Mike, did he suffer it in Game 4? I'm not going to comment on that.
Right.
Like, as opposed to saying no. Like, if you just say, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, you could also kill the issue enough to where we're just going to make our own assumptions.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier about lying to our kids, right? If he didn't do this in Game 4, you got a gift from the gods that social media video appeared where you could see where he potentially could have in Game 4.
Yeah.
If I'm Mike Brown and I'm the Knicks and I get wind of that, which you know they did, just say it did happen.
Right.
That would be the end of it? Nobody would ever think back. It's a lie you go to your grave with.
That's a great point.
Why? The lie has been made for you.
Or just say, apparently it happened in Game 4. We saw the video.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. He came in the next day with it.
It's very weird. And look, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal or the end of the world because Mitchell Robinson's going to play. And even if the Knicks got in any kind of trouble about injury report stuff, it's a fine. Right. It doesn't matter. It's not going to lead to a suspension. It doesn't matter to us as basketball fans, as sports fans.
Didn't miss time.
He didn't miss any time. But I guess you still would need to be listed as something if there was a pinky issue.
Yeah, so it's a fine. It's not like this demonstrably affected how the Knicks were, I don't know, utilizing their minutes with their players.
It's just, this is unfair. Like, the first thing I'm doing, because there's no audio of this yet. I'm sure it'll be up on the SNY YouTube page or something, and I'll examine it even though it's too late. It's the weekend. I shouldn't even care about this that much. Yeah. But all I'm reading is Ian Begley's tweet. And all Ian Begley writes, one of the great reporters, is Mike Brown says Mitchell Robinson did not suffer pinky injury during Game 4 and did not suffer it during a practice, right? He's telling you what Mike Brown said. One of the first responses is people assuming that, well, he did say he was dealing with mental health issues, so he probably punched a wall. And it's like, why do we even need to have this speculation? Mike Brown could have just said, yeah, Game 4, y'all saw it.
I think it's weirder that Knicks media relations had to step in and finish the
That's why I want to hear the audio.
Yeah, Fred Katz had that tweet, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, that Knicks media relations stepped in.
Like, Coach, shut up.
Yeah.
That's what it was like?
I mean, we don't have the audio, but that's the way it's worded. It's weird.
Do you think Giants media relations will jump in on Jackson Dart or Abdul Carter today?
No.
When they say something?
No. I think they've been coached up.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's easy to go off script.
It's hard. No, well, the young guys they tend to follow whatever the course of action.
Once Jackson Dart or Abdul Carter is asked about what's going on in the Middle East or what's going on with deportations, things could go. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Pat Hamlin may have to jump in and say, enough! Stop asking about immigration!
Do you think we're going to invade Cuba?
Are you asking me or?
No, I'm just asking a hypothetical question.
Yeah, can you imagine that question being
Abdul
asked?
Carter.
That'd be Sean's
What do you
question.
think about Marco Rubio's ties to Trump's interest in Cuba?
I think Tiki should go down with the press credential. It would actually be funny just to ask a bunch of geeky policy questions just to see what happens.
Right.
Let's go to Chris in Roxbury. Hey, Chris.
Hey, this question's for Tiki. You guys kind of went over the whole thing already, but everybody has an opinion about everything these days.
Of course.
The big difference is they can now tell the entire world.
Right.
And most of the time, or all the time, the entire world couldn't care less.
That's true. Well, it just creates an avenue to be criticized. That's what it does.
Right. So my question is, as a professional athlete, what would compel somebody to criticize somebody's personal preference on the internet?
Right, because you live in a glass house.
First of all,
right, because you live in a glass house as well.
Right, and it's nobody's business what anybody's business is.
No,
until you make it public, though.
Yeah, Chris, and it's interesting. I was just having this conversation with Sean in the last break. I was saying social media is fantastic to get a glimpse of what athletes and celebrities and just your friends or whatever are going through. Like, it's a glimpse into your life. But maybe it's because I didn't grow up with it. I wasn't playing when social media was out. Why would you use it as a vehicle to express an opinion about something that you know is going to cause you to get judged, right? Yeah. Unless it's your area of expertise, right. Like if you're let's say Abdul Carter, you're a football player, but you also studied, I don't know, poli-sci, and you did an internship at the State Department, and you've been to Iran twice and Israel 4 times, and you have a deep knowledge of the geopolitics. Why would you comment on these things unless it was something that, I don't know, just was really true to you?
Right.
Because otherwise, you're going to get attacked. And you're going to get criticized for you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Both guys kind of did the same thing without offering any specifics. Like Jackson Dart introduced the president, which caused people to say, hey, Jackson Dart, do you agree with all of his policies?
Right.
And that caused Abdul Carter to say, I don't like that guy.
Right.
I'm going to comment on you going. So they both kind of did the same thing.
You open the vehicle for people to now speculate.
Right. By the way, here's a clip of me and Joe crashing that press conference with Brody Van Wagenen live on the air.
Your next question comes from the line of Evan Roberts. Your line is open.
Hey, Brody. I also got my friend Joe with me, too. Say hi, Joe. Hi. Hi, Brody. Yes. Everybody talked about the Astros cheating. Like, it was out there that there was some rumblings that they were doing something in 2017. When you're sitting there for 8 hours with Carlos Beltran, how does that not come up just out of curiosity when you're interviewing him for such an important position like being the manager of the Mets?
That's a good question.
It's important to remember that.
Who cares? We don't need the answer.
Right, what did he say, though?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but he just dismissed it?
Well, he answered, because now that I remember this, they were firing Beltran.
Yeah.
That was the press conference. I didn't want them to fire Beltran, and I was angry that, dude, we all knew there was something going on.
Right, you fired him for something you already knew about.
You're either incompetent at your job or you didn't care. So which one is it, bro?
Or you're succumbing to public.
Or that.
Or more, it's not even public, because I don't think the public cared that much.
No, it was the commissioner. Rob Manfred said, get rid of this guy.
Commissioner/media backlash.
Right.
That's what you're responding to.
So I was pissed off now that I hear the question about Beltran being fired. And say hello to my friend Joe. That was so awkward.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Did he say bro or Brody?
No, he said bro.
Oh, he might have said Brody, actually.
Oh, man, we're just used to him hearing bro.
Yes. I think I just wanted to make clear that Joe was on the line, and that's why I did it, where I was like, say hi to my friend Joe.
Do you think he knew who you were?
I have no idea.
The Mets knew damn well who Joe was.
I think there's a
They're
reason.
Like, oh, this guy?
Well, luckily, we asked that one question, and I was going to follow up because I'm sure his answer was BS.
Yeah.
By the way, Knicks fan, see, not all agents turn out to be great general managers. You got the lucky one. But I think I was probably going to be pissed off at his answer, and I'd want to follow up, and you don't get a chance to follow up sometimes.
Right.
So sometimes that's an issue. Harvey and Dix Hills with Shakin' Harv.
Hey, Harvey.
How are you all? As a matter of fact, Evan, I want to thank you for keeping the pressure on the Mets. All right? I really appreciate that because I've been ranting for 2 years. However, the way I look at it, there's somebody, it's such a horrendous job as a general manager. Last time I spoke to you, I highlighted Leon Rose and his vision for the Knicks. That's exactly what we need for the Mets. And it's a general manager with a vision who will hire another manager and for the future. That's what I do believe. My favorite bad things was when they started breaking down the young pitching staff with Sproat and
No, I get you. Well, trading Brandon Sproat in the trade for Freddie, who may be traded before the deadline.
Right.
Look, he's done a bad job, and it'll be interesting. David Stearns is also meeting the media today at 4 o'clock. He's just got to die on the sword and admit he's done a terrible job.
Yeah.
It's not going to make anyone feel better, but don't make excuses.
Yeah, he's got to admit that this season is close to being lost.
Yep, unfortunately. Carton Show's coming up next with Craig and Big Mac. If you missed any of our show, you could rewind it on the free Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast. We will be back Monday at 10 a.m. Enjoy your weekend.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.